piss.
Oh, things are booting up.
Go piss. That's fine.
I didn't switch the spare the dying out yet.
We'll switch it out.
I'm doing that right now. Sorry.
It's your
I
thing to
forgot.
do for the
I
week
forgot.
up until.
I forgot.
You're fired.
Is everyone looking and sound okay on the thing, hun?
Fired from cleric duty.
Jesus Christ. Mute your ass.
Everyone is in the green, or at least a little bit towards the orange.
Everyone's in the green.
Awesome. That's not further, but I guess that works.
I think it was gonna be light.
Light.
Yeah, things that we talked about.
Yes.
Switching out spare the dying with light.
That's completely up to you, so long as it's a cantrip.
It is. It better be.
Your other
Yes.
homework was to make sure you know what spells require what components.
Or at least go first. Have an idea of what you want to look for.
Oh, I'm super creative. I want lightning oil. I want acid oil. I want. I'm joking.
Yeah, did you think of the stuff? Because I can help you with it after you tell me how you want to do it.
For the most part, it has to be rubbed on the blade, so it has to be something that.
Yeah, it is a touch spell, so.
Part of me was debating of having conditioning oil, one for the hair and two because it's really good to mix with stuff to put onto things.
What is the conditioning supposed to do?
Makes my fur nice and soft.
I know, but for the weapon.
Makes the weapon nice and soft.
It's a.
You can't just be like, alright, so I need to find the ancient ingredient of frost root and then go down to the 7-Eleven and buy some hair conditioner.
The conditioning oil is supposed to act as an agent to actually let it stick to the blade or the item.
Oh, that's his activator agent.
Alrighty,
I
we're
don't know
ready
if
for reals
conditioner
here.
would work for that.
No,
Alright.
it's not conditioner, conditioning oil. So it's like beard oil. So it's a very sticky oil.
That's different. You gotta say things proper. It's all good.
You could
Alright,
use almond oil.
who thinks they can tell us what happened last time?
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, no.
I stole things out of the library. That's pretty much the most important thing that ever happened. No,
Okay. Anyone?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, hun.
We began our approach on the city of Emelroth. There was a heap of shenanigans and people riding one another and me not wanting on our way to and from the southern gate. We made our way towards the western gate instead during those shenanigans and learning what we should do once we get there. We took a brief rest, and of course, it was a good time to rest considering I did my best to keep up to fucking Oswald being ridden like the Ratatouille guy by Dwayne. And the next most notable thing was, once we made it to the gate, we all gave our descriptions, what we were going to be doing in the city, how long we might be staying, our professions, and all that good jazz. Making sure that we got thoroughly searched. Rest in peace, everyone's anuses besides the Slayers. And then I had to give up our poor Kobold's Stone of Sending. Never seeing that again. We also got our slips. Dwayne got a special traveler slip at that. And made our way into the city. We learned about Frederick and his tavern. Went there, did some shenanigans, completely trashed his fucking pool table. Got a map. Dwayne completely got shot down. And Frederick was also nice enough to mark down some locations for us, as well as give us coffee, which is still in one of my potion bottles.
That's cold day old coffee.
Tasty. I call it iced coffee. It's a new invention. Then we proceeded to go on our little adventure about town. We traveled north first to the bribery of potential smiths to Dwayne to keep him on track. And we had to consistently keep him from, just like he did in his room, disassembling every electronic piece of shit.
You can't prove that.
Click, click.
But you're
click,
doing it right
click,
now.
Click, click. And Oswald, with his makeup now, decided to get lost in the library along with essentially most of us as we went about, gathered little bits of information here or there, had to consistently tell Blue that no, she was not allowed to use the books outside the library. That poor little squirrel brain of hers. Fenris helped Wilk gather everybody up finally after Oswald just burned through book after book. After leaving, we went to the Adventurers Guild. And after deciding leadership begrudgingly, and having Dwayne brought back to life after getting ham blasted by Goliath's crotch, I think she still might be flattered, we decided to come up with a name. We have named ourselves Copperclaws, and hopefully, with a discount from the guild come tomorrow, we'll be able to purchase things even better with a discount. Yes, cheaper things. Good. And then we'll probably be taking jobs as soon as we get fully initiated. And the guild also told us once we hit rank 5, there's an unending dungeon. Very interesting. And now I think we're about to either browse before fully shopping, or keep looking for poor La Luna, who Frederick said owned a grove.
I didn't tell you how to get there, though.
Exactly.
Good job! You have inspiration for the day. I honestly didn't think of anything I could have said better, so.
I'm a good boy.
So you guys are still in the Adventurers Guild because you haven't decided what you want to do after that. For the most of the time, I'm gonna say we're just gonna pretend that Blue's Kobold went catatonic. I don't know, maybe he crashed. Since the snafu and everyone having problems with that. But you guys take a moment to look around the area. It's a decent place to hang out. Looks like a lot of people use it to try to find groups. It does look like there's very few people that adventure alone. And groups are heavily incentivized considering the fact that they asked if you guys had a healer and a tank. So, aside from that, there's no one really interesting looking in this place, aside from a weird purple cloaked figure that's kind of walking towards you guys, but also looks like they're intent on getting past you.
Can I just subtly try and always be directly in their way?
Sure, you step in the odd purple cloaked man's way. He looks up at you, flashes you a dazzling smile. Can I help you?
Nope. I don't know. Can you?
He keeps his face somewhat low so that you can only just see the curve of his lips as he smiles. His top half of his head, like towards the nose, is not there because you're tall.
Yes.
Well, then, do you mind if I go around you?
Not at all.
Well, thank you. He then moves
I like
to.
your cape.
Huh?
I like your cape.
Oh, thank you. It's handmade. It's great. It's not a cape though. It's a coat. He smiles and then just moves past you to walk out.
I like your cape, G.
Like your cape,
Or is
G.
anyone else taking a
Roll
look at
strength
him?
check. Whack.
Like a cape G.
Especially those lower to the floor.
Sorry, what were you saying? I was distracted by them.
Is anyone else taking a look at him? Especially those of you lower to the floor.
Too busy holding his head from the headache, you know, us.
Does he look like he could be a monster? Then no, I will not.
I'm rubbing my nose, looking at the exchange, and I just look to Fenris. Stop antagonizing the random people.
Would you prefer it if I antagonized you?
You can antagonize Oswald.
I'm gonna antagonize Wilk.
That's a good question. Can you antagonize Oswald?
What is our local squirrel doing?
I'm trying to catch up with everything that's going on because I got distracted.
So our big black wolf man decided to basically step in the way of some human in a purple cloaked coat You and possibly the kobold, as well as the gnome, were probably the only ones that could actually see up into his face, if you were looking.
I think she's busy. Well, does she still have the paperwork in her hand?
She never got paperwork.
Yeah,
thought
no,
she was-
you were not given the paperwork.
Oh,
This is a strange man. Do you look at strange man?
sure.
Perception. You don't catch much aside from the fact that you think that they're probably really pale. In fact, you actually think for a moment it might be an elf, but then it's too short to be an elf, so you kind of just dismiss it. Now, what are you guys going to be doing from here?
Are there beverages here?
We can
No.
get something to drink on the way. We
Didn't
should.
didn't the gnome say he wanted to go to the smith?
He wants to go to a lot of things. The thing is, do you not just want to catch stock of what they might have first, or you really want to spend money before we get a chance at a discount?
A discount would be nice.
What's a discount?
Don't worry your tiny little head.
That was condescending.
No, it wasn't.
My head is little.
But proportional.
You know what? Never mind. I take that back.
So browse or start asking around and getting something done.
I suppose we should look at the paper over there. The papers, see what quests they have. Do you think they have quests to kill monsters?
I guarantee they do, but we still need to wait till tomorrow to take them.
You were speaking to an Oswald-shaped dust cloud.
So, Oswald, you approach the gigantic, I mean like 4-story tall wall filled with documents. There's a ladder on either side that seems to be able to slide back and forth, kind of like in a library, to get the things higher up. But it is filled with any and every sort of quest and monster slaying and thing that you can think of.
With the barest hint of Wilk's words, Wilk's booky words, as he hasn't changed his portrait, echoing in my head, I don't take any of them, but I'm gonna look at them. So investigation.
My previous comment stands. There is a lot.
He is just staring at this awestruck, like a kid who just saw a lollipop in a window that's bigger than him. He's just staring at it.
Like you see, you see every creature you've ever like read about before, as well as the names of others that you've never heard of.
Can I mark some of the ones I've never heard of down?
That would take a lot of effort on my part because I don't know
Yeah.
what you haven't heard. Let's do a history.
If you say I haven't heard of a monster, then I haven't heard of it.
Let's do a history.
Okay.
Like, looking to the others while he's doing this. He's gonna be here all day if we don't drag him soon.
Is that really such a bad thing? We could leave him.
Maybe.
With a 17 in history, there's a couple of ones that you've not heard of before, like a Selkie, a Kelpie. Banshee's one of them.
Banshee.
As well as Hydra, and then a few other like weird names that you can't even pronounce.
Silky, Kelpie, Banshee, Hydra.
And that's just from the small portion of the wall that you actually can see.
Can I add I think I know a monster that he would not be able to pronounce.
Sure.
Catoblapas.
Sure.
The fuck is a Katobla Klebda?
It's a one-eyed bull of sorts.
Nope,
No?
not always. I think in D&D it's a stinky death camel in the swamp.
You also see something strange and exotic that you heard like people tell you stories about, but never seen yourself. A sphinx.
And is it like a quest to go kill a sphinx, find
No.
a sphinx, bring it back?
It is a quest to go and talk to a local sphinx that has been causing trouble, but considering they're from other lands, and try to coax them to leave.
I'm gonna note that one specifically.
Shimmer's getting curious seeing everyone walking over that board, so she's walking up and looking
And
at
then-
the ones that are kind of eye level to her too.
I think he's. We're just kind of staring at.
Yeah, I think they're all staring at me, who is drooling over the board.
So you walk up and you again see what I've said before. As far as the eye can see, especially for your size, is a just medley of different jobs, tasks, and things you can potentially pull off. With a 9, someone walks by, grabs you by the tail, and like brings you back to your friends and asks. It's a surly looking dwarf that's dressed as though he works here because he's in the same garb that the green dragonborn lady was. He's like, "Can you please keep a better eye on your friends?" He just drops her.
We need to be signed up before we pick a contract. Pat's blue on the head.
Oswald had followed her back. They have some weird names on there.
I'm sitting there cross-eyed and gruff-looking, but for some reason my tail is twitching behind me. Yeah, are we ready yet?
Yes, indeed. Let's go.
Where are you going?
Discount would be nice, but should we browse first or what? If anything, at the very least, me and Fenris without the discount can pick up a simple weapon. We are, after all, disarmed.
I could do with rearming some of my packs, tools and whatnot.
I just want to see what they have.
Shopping spree it is.
Where are you taking them?
On the map where it says Tailor, Leather, and Smith, we're going towards the Smith area first.
So it takes about a solid 15-minute walk to get to the tailor section if you guys go north. Or the other way, actually. Though it's weird because on the other side of the road is a bunch of people that look like they're using metal. It depends on which way you're going.
Milk.
Yeah.
I need to borrow some things.
Borrow? What do you need to borrow?
I need to get a medical kit, and I need some I need an alchemist supply. I left mine back at home.
Yeah. We'll stop by the Alchemist Shop listed down
Oops.
south on the way home. Sound about right? I need to gear up myself.
Correction.
One of them at home. The one I was using.
I'm gonna start walking towards the metalworking area.
Dwayne is definitely going to follow. He looks quite excited.
Oh no.
Fenris is also gone.
We got super thin. Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah, you did. There's a lot going on here.
I'm just following behind Wilk.
Welp, I can't get a hold of it anymore.
The odds.
Yeah, you made it like 1 pixel. Oh god.
Why is the map changing?
Oh, there you go. You almost got it.
Oh, that's what it was. My stuff cut out for a second, so I thought you meant everyone's scattered. But no, we're just really thin.
Give me a second. There's
got-
problems here.
You got it. You got it.
There
Fuck,
seems to be
dude.
an undo button.
There is. It's just it only undoes the last action, and I'd already tried other things by then. All right. So you guys end up squashed between the tailor and the smith shop. What do you do?
Smith shop.
Yes, I know there's lots. What are you looking for? What are you approaching?
Dwayne's gonna go ahead and look for a tailor.
Okay, so you split off from the group. We'll get back to you. So you guys literally are walking along the street. You see on one side is tailor shops, designer people, lots of very snazzy looking things, and on the other side you see smoke billowing, a bunch of people just smashing iron, lots of heat radiating off the entire area. There are several shops. Most of them are seeming to be manned by dwarves, though not all of them. And it's just noisy and loud. It's a fucking whole thing. What are you looking for?
I'm heading towards any of the potential smitheries that have a display of weapons out.
They all do. What are you looking for? What do you want to approach, race, species-wise, anything? Give me anything to work with.
Are there any Kindred blacksmith?
You do see a goat.
All right, I'm going
He
to the
has
goat.
a staff of what looks to be some young-looking wolves and a single bear who's working the bellows.
All right, I'm going to the goat.
You
Fuck it,
walk
I'll
up to
join
the goat. He eyeballs you as he's smashing his hammer against a glowing piece of metal. Are you guys just looking at his wares?
Hi.
I'll give a quick look over the wares just before approach.
Lots of armor, lots of weapons, lots of a bunch of other things. There looks to be that he also supplies some tools, a lot of things like hinges, a lot of metalwork, period, for building.
Okay.
The armor specifically looks like it's more tailored towards Kindred because of the digigrade shit.
Okay. I will approach.
You
Smile.
approach the counter. He
Yeah.
snorts, tosses the ingot he was working back into the fire, and then walks up to the counter to basically nod at you. What do you want?
Do you have something that I can arm up my hands with? Something that'll make it cut a little deeper?
He blinks at you.
Claws.
You're wanting fist weapons, Sonny?
Yep.
That would be something that I would have to do specific and special for, and I'm not sure you've got the coin for it.
Shame. Got an estimate for it then?
Are you a part of the guild?
Yes.
Let me see your badge.
It's coming in tomorrow.
Oh, so you're not a part of the guild. I'll say come back then.
All right.
Because he's basically eyeballing you like he doesn't trust that you're actually a part of the guild, and he's not even gonna try to think of how much something's gonna cost unless you actually have a badge.
All right. Guess that's it then.
For you, is anyone else wanting to ask anything?
I'm gonna approach and be like, I'm a fan of polearms and swords. Can I sample something to get a feel for it before I purchase here?
If you know what you're doing, then just know this is quality. I'm not gonna have you waving around some of my wares before you even pay for it.
I can give you the coin and just return it back and forth. I like to feel a weapon before I purchase it. Is that too bad?
Yes.
And I turn and leave.
He just sort of spits on the ground, like insulting a goat's wares, I swear.
Do you have any of those canisters that you put on an end of a bolt?
What?
They're kind of heavy, so it doesn't go as far, but you can put things in them, and then it can send it to a friend. Especially if you're in like a situation.
Does anyone speak squirrel? What do they talk about?
I'm having to turn him up because all I keep hearing is canisters. What are you asking for, Drew?
I think he's asking if you have a canister that you can mount to the end of a crossbow bolt.
Oh.
We don't really do that here. I would suggest the leather wares, but even then, if you're not a part of the guild, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg.
Fancy stuff. Bet the gnomes would have a lot of things like that for you.
Indeed, the gnomes would probably be better to think of for such weird... I just say the leather workers would be good for the shafts. If you want something that's gonna do interesting things in flight, that's gnome.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question.
Yep.
He pulls out his stick. Do you have this but metal on the ends? For hitting people with?
A staff?
Yeah.
Yes, we have metal staves.
How much are they?
More than you have.
Okay. Walks away.
The goat just like massages his brow, like fucking wasting my time, and walks back to pull his ingot out to start working it again.
Especially because I've got like the fanciest clothes here. That's not very good business model.
It seems to be that okay. As you guys are walking here, you guys are passing a bunch of adventurers. All of them were wearing badges, things like that. This seems to be a shopping area that seems to be directly funded by the guild.
Yeah,
If you
I'm
want
just looking
cheap
around.
wares, period, you were told that there was a dwarven district.
Nah.
Alright, I'll cut here. We're going over the tailor. Alright, buddy, where are you going?
He's trying to find what looks to be the cheapest, most run-down shop.
How dare. Anyway, investigation.
17.
With a 17, they all seem to be kept up. As for
Hey.
prices, you'd have to go in.
He's just gonna shrug and walk into the one that's right beside him. Then he has just been walking up and down the road.
Alright. As you walk in, you are immediately hit by the scent of fabric. It is very heavy in the air. This place is cluttered as well. You also see that there is sort of a climbing mechanism to get up on the counter. And on top of the counter, in a chair, you see a small, overweight gnome sewing.
He's gonna climb up to get up by her side. Hello there!
Well, hi, sweetie. How can I help you?
I need some thread, and preferably scraps of cloth if you have any at hand.
Scraps of cloth?
Yes, just anything you have lying around.
What for?
This, that, everything. I'm a man that works with his hands.
Well, we only really sell the good cloth here. I just not like. What are you using it for? I don't want to know that you're gonna blow up my precious cloth.
Well, it could get blown up, but for a worthy cause. Okay, I'm sorry,
She's
I'm
starting to
sorry.
screech at you, and now is literally wielding a bolt of cloth twice the size of her as she swings it at you. Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good God. 12.
You manage to not get hit, but you are going to basically be scrambling for the door, I hope.
Yeah, he's gonna dive
As there is
straight
a
up the top.
sudden rain of objects, you're not even sure how she's able to throw this fast.
Quick, catch a bolt of cloth and run out with it.
Don't give him ideas.
He's not gonna do that. He's just gonna dive
Good
straight out
idea.
the shop, slam the door behind him.
Good idea.
Does a knitting needle just pierce the door right next to his head?
The rest of you see your friend diving out of a nearby shop with a screeching, high-pitched screaming from within.
Which
He's gonna kind of clap his hands together. Right then, next door, and just walk next door.
I'm gonna like
Oh, God.
whistle for him.
we're gonna get arrested.
He's gonna stop and
Dwayne.
turn towards them. Yes, Wilk.
This place really only sells goods for the Adventurers Guild right now. If you don't got your badge, it's not worth checking for money. Let's go somewhere cheaper for now.
She didn't say that. It was more what I said that set her off. But all right.
We
I
hadn't
don't
gotten
want
to the
know.
price yet.
He's gonna toddle on and follow them. He doesn't look any all disturbed by what just happened.
We'll check the dwarves on the way south.
He's gonna spit on the floor.
By the way, Wilk, I wanted to ask you a question.
What's your question, Oswald?
Have you ever heard of a sphinx?
History check.
Yep.
Guessing?
I'm doing this like on the way, so.
You haven't heard anything.
I'll shake my head and my tail does the same twitch it did in there again. I'll be like, no, don't think I've dealt with anything like that. Or read.
I remember hearing about them. They're almost monsters. They're kind of like, well, they're not quite wild, and that's about all I know. But apparently, there's one causing trouble around here, and one of the guild quests is to go talk to it. So I figure once we get our badge, that might be a good starting quest.
Be interesting to see something new at least.
Yeah. You can insight if you want.
I will out of curiosity.
Oswald's making sense. He totally just wants to wrestle the Sphinx.
Oh, guaranteed. That's what it is with every monster.
That is the only reason. He's like, we should go do that. It's a nice, easy, simple job. I'm totally gonna wrestle that thing.
Is anyone keeping an eye out or looking around or doing anything on the way down for the next
Yeah.
hour?
I had a question if I saw as we're coming through, if I saw the trees at all.
No, you don't see those.
Darn.
Sorry, I did my best with this map back in the day, but there's very little I could do about that.
There are no trees.
I'm keeping an eye for landmarks because I'm navigating. I'm perceptioning because I have a the map. That's the best I'm doing.
All right, perception, any that one that's looking around.
And Dwayne's just gonna dump all that dead grass he gathered on the ground.
Why?
Extra weight. He didn't need it.
Dwayne just dumped like 4 pounds of
It was a
fucking
pound.
grass.
We're gonna get
clippings.
arrested for littering.
It was just the 1 pound.
With a
Do you
21,
have any idea how much a... Go ahead.
with a 21, you're navigating pretty decently. Although you do keep seeing a similar or familiar splotch of purple here and there. You just kind of catch it out of the corner of your vision. Since you aren't really looking for that specifically, I'm just gonna say it's peripheral vision shit, but it keeps happening.
Okay. Catching that, I'm going to like look for any nearby potential alleys.
There's lots.
I'm gonna look to the others. I'm gonna whisper. Think we're being followed. Don't act suspicious and follow me. If they follow us down this place, then we'll know.
He'll just nod quietly.
Well, it is an alleyway opening to the quote-unquote Dwarven district, so we're gonna just say you go that way.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume you tactfully made sure Oswald was the only one that didn't hear that.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
No, he wouldn't even do that. He'd like, what? He'd turn around and be like, who? Someone's following us? But he doesn't do that.
I'm going to check to see if a bit of purple enters the alley with us.
Would be perception again. With a 13, you're not seeing anything. You're just kind of walking. There's like dwarves everywhere now, like walking with you. A couple of humans, a couple of gnomes, like in the mass of people. But like as you look behind you, you don't see any purple.
I'm gonna keep going with the gnomes and the dwarves then. The giant among midgets.
Yeah, you are all very out of place.
Excuse you.
You guys
Fit in
hear
well here.
You're out of place. You're out of place.
yelling-
You're the only people that are shorter than them.
You're yelling arguments and things and shit like that in Dwarvish all around you. It's very distinct, the smell of this area. It's like
Dude.
sweat, old man sweat mixed with burning steel.
Does any of it sound interesting? Because I can understand Dwarvish.
People yelling at each other, like one of them's telling their apprentices to work harder. Another one's yelling at one for fucking something up. It's shit like that. It's workshop shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hone in on anything billowing smoke, but simultaneously the loudest and angriest of the workshop shit.
All right.
Not a good idea, but okay.
You need a Constitution save from everyone.
Good lord.
Oh my god.
Oh, good lord.
How?
Everyone that got below a 10 is cowering in fear as a wagon has been tossed from one side of this open area you guys just got to the other, literally landing on some dwarf, shattering into pieces. You can hear people screaming in agony, and you also hear from where the cart was thrown an angry female dwarven voice of screaming something in dwarven. For those of you that can understand it, it's along the lines of, "How dare you besmirch my honor?"
Assuming to those of us that can't understand it, it's like a Scottish version of that kid from the Wild Thornberries.
Typical dwarf.
Except it's more.
When they got below a 10, you are cowering because that thing sailed right overhead.
Oswald, no monster is more horrible than that thing.
What did he do?
In Dwarvish.
Besmirched
far
her
away.
honor.
Oh.
You guys didn't even see where this came from. You just heard it screamed from that direction.
I'm gonna follow the dwarven screaming now.
So we're just
Okay.
finding. I don't remember what his name is, but the fucking the anime dude who just chucks trash cans at people. What was he from? Durarara.
Wade through. Am I guessing you pull those?
Oh yeah, that would be from Durara. That would be fuck, can't remember.
Shizuo,
Wadi.
is that his name?
Yeah, Shizuo.
that were cowering. I'm guessing you're getting pulled or you've recovered.
Yeah.
Is it safe to get up yet?
He freaked out like like a scared parrot or something, but then immediately was back to normal as soon as Wilk started moving.
You're not the only one. What about Dwayne?
He just hit the ground. His face is against the cobblestone, hands over his head.
I've noticed that the gnome hasn't followed.
Dwayne.
What? What? Oh, are they
Come on.
done? Get up and scurry along. Typical dwarfs. Bearded filth.
Word of advice: never cover your face anywhere near Fenris.
Dwayne,
Yes, oh god.
see,
What was that, sorry?
what's your AC?
15?
So you narrowly miss someone tossing a mug at your head, as they are now screaming at you in Dwarven about how dare you in our place of work be talking like that about those fucking dwarves.
He's gonna turn around and start screaming in Gnomish about how all dwarfs are filth.
Okay.
You do realize you are within hearing range of about 80 dwarves, right?
So
Yep.
there is now at least 5 dwarves that are surrounding you.
He's turning to each and every one and just screaming at them, just individual sentences.
You have
nothing that
one
actually makes
HP,
sense. Yes.
We're just gonna say you're on the ground.
So what was your intelligence your intelligence score? Because I'm pretty sure after getting knocked out for dumb shit twice in the same day, it's gonna go down.
Some effects that.
So, honey, you guys hear the sounds of fighting, and you guys notice, at least those of you that are taller, notice that there is a mosh pit of dwarves kicking a gnome body that you recognize.
Oh,
As
he's
I
out
s-
of death saves now.
I see it go flying over the crowd into like a football goal. Look to Fenris. You think he's learned his lesson yet?
Want to wake him and find out?
I don't know. You ever try to take food from an angry dog?
Death saving throw.
Constantly.
Oh, then you go right ahead.
Damn, he's
One
fine.
fail.
Leave him alone.
Oh, you're trying to persuade the dwarves.
Yes.
As you approach, trying to calm them down and stop them, they all turn in unison. And with their much higher holy shit, they start yelling at you to back the fuck off.
He's down and hurt. He's done.
They're gonna try to do an intimidation on
Stop! He's already dead.
I'm
As
just
for
rolling this.
persuasion from you, man.
I just did
You
persuasion
did charisma
2020.
saving throw.
I did another one. Oh, charisma.
I didn't
You
ask
weren't
for that.
prompted.
I'm sorry.
Asked for. With a charisma save of 18, you are indeed intimidated by this group of dwarves that are twice as tall as you.
While she's being yelled at by the dwarves, can I just walk behind them, pick up Dwayne, and walk back?
Sure. There's a lot of people, so they're not gonna notice. Are you gonna stabilize him before I make him roll another death save?
I bring him to Wilk and Fenris, and I just hold him out and say, "Fix."
Jesus.
Kind of like,
You did it to yourself, Hatter, and you've agreed that this is just how you do.
we're gonna try to bap him on the face a little bit since Blue's playing distraction for us.
You're gonna stabilize him by flicking him on the nose.
Basically, just nah. Come on, brain damage.
Well,
With a 16 in medicine, that is enough to stabilize him.
Slap! That ought to fix your internal bleeding.
Oh god. Okay, as he wakes up, he's gonna start wriggling a little.
You're being held like a toddler, where you hold the toddler under the armpits by Oswald.
Alright then. That's the way they want to play it. Quick, group, attack them.
Blue, come on.
Can I try and gag him somehow.
I'll get back to you. Blue, in unison, they all spit at your feet, snarl, and walk off. Meaning, as long as you aren't trying to do anything more aggressive towards them.
What? I don't understand. Why would they do that?
So you're going back to your friends?
Yeah, I walk back to my friends, kind of like really dejected.
Because Dwayne pissed them off.
And you see Dwayne wriggling and shouting at you all to attack the dwarves.
I'm just going to put.
We're here
my,
to buy goods and services from them. They won't sell to us if we attack them.
Just gonna put my hand right over the entirety of the lower part of his face.
Are you gonna from now on and just keep your hand over him?
Yep.
You shouldn't antagonize them, Dwayne, because there's a lot of them and they don't seem to like us very much.
After a few seconds of muffled screaming, he is just going to stop and just glare.
Alright. You guys are within feet of the launch zone from that wagon. You see a rather large, intricate-looking, and regal shop. And you hear a chorus of hammers ringing out from within. The heat is ungodly.
I'll go in.
Is anyone else going in?
I will follow.
I'm being carried, I don't get a choice.
I walk in,
Fenrir.
everyone
I'll
counts
follow
to
it.
10. If he's not back in 10, we run.
What?
No, I'm joking.
Going in with him or not?
Yeah.
So you all cram into this dwarven-sized, but rather large shop, all things considered. Those of you at the 8-foot mark, or close to it, need to duck a little, but it is still spacious for a dwarf. You see a singular female dwarf with golden red braids, her hair shimmers kind of like copper, giving orders to a medley of other female dwarves. This seems to be a female-run establishment. Period. And it's terrifying.
Squeeze.
I'll shimmy up to the counter, I guess.
You shimmy up to the counter, and she seems to sense that something much larger is behind her. As she turns and, like, eyebrow arched, sort of walks up. How can I help him?
I'll speak softly. I was coming to buy some good weaponry, but maybe I should buy some lifting lessons instead.
Oh, we can definitely help you with that.
The lifting lessons or the weapons?
Well, both. Look how funny you are.
Do you have, I'm assuming, some quality swords here?
Well, yeah.
May I see them?
Depends. What's the color of your garden?
Copper.
Let's see it.
I'll reach in one of my inner pouches and take one of each color coin out and lay it down on the counter as proof. I got a little bit of change too.
So just one of each.
I drop the coin purse and it thuds on the table.
See, that's more like it. All right. What you looking for specifically? Two-handed broadsword? One-hander? What?
I'm looking
Rapier?
for a
Are
decent
you one of them fancy
longsword.
elvies? No, don't. Okay.
Longsword. Something I can switch back and forth with.
She waddles off and comes back with a longsword. Dwarven made, very blocky in design, but still hefty.
I nod. Does she like hand it to me?
Well, she puts it on the thing for you to inspect.
I'll trace over it lightly and give it a good look over. Good shit, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's dwarven made. It's solid.
I nod my head. And out of curiosity, can I also get a look at a battle axe?
One-handed, two-handed, thrown what?
Same idea. Battle axe. Switch between the two.
One-handed?
Can become one or two-handed.
Not a thing.
That's not how the axes work, dear.
Fine. I want your strongest battle axe.
One-handed or two-handed?
Two.
she gives you a huff and like waddles off.
My
Eventually-
demeanor has not changed.
She eventually comes back with another.
I want your strongest battle axe. My axes are too strong for you, traveler.
She sets it down and it thumps.
I nod, looking between the two. Right. And I just get a little glimmer in my eye. I like weapon shopping.
She has her arms folded. It's like, are you gonna keep me here busy all day? I've got a lot of things to do. Come on now. Were you gonna buy or not?
Rub my chin. What's the price tag between the two?
Oh, this right here. She just pats it. 15 copper.
What is she patting? The axe?
The longsword.
Okay. And how much for the axe?
I'm looking that up. You give me a second.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that'll be 20 gold pieces. Sorry, copper pieces.
I think I'll resist blowing all my coins just yet. I'll go for the long sword, thank you.
15 gold pieces, alright.
I slide over the
Not even
15
gonna try
copper.
to swindle. Oh, okay. She just takes the coin and kind of like blinks at you like, oh, alright.
I saw what happened if someone assumed the worst already.
It's not
I'll
assuming,
trust
it's
you.
about bartering. You know, I fucked you, right? Like real good in the ass.
And this is why we don't let you use money.
I flick an ear towards Fenris.
She pulls 5 copper pieces out and pats him on the bar and slides them back over. She's like, I feel bad here.
I'll shrug and take it back. He's
You
right.
need to learn how to barter a little bit more. Just saying.
What's barter?
Fine.
Don't.
I'll work on it.
Is anyone else needing anything, or are you gonna be just sitting in my shop for no reason?
Fenris raises his hand and then bumps the roof.
Don't break my establishment, but come on.
Do your claws get stuck in the wood?
I mean, it's not like he's like fucking Shoryuking. It's not like he's throwing a wild uppercut. It's just raising his hand. Oh, there's the roof. Yeah, do you have claws?
What are you talking about?
I mean, a metal gauntlet. Kind of like making like a clawing motion with one hand. Claws.
You have claws, sir.
I want metal claws. I want
But then
finger.
I would suggest going to the gnomes and getting nice little like metal caps on your little dainty little claws there.
His face just lights up.
Alright, great sword, please.
Great sword.
Hmm.
You have the coin?
Of course.
I hope so. Once again, she waddles off. When she comes back, she slaps down something that makes the entire little like counter rattle. For your size, it's a little bit more pricey because look at you. 50 copper.
Call it 30.
Oh, you're smooth, but no.
Do you got a counter offer then?
You don't buy my sword. I figured you are all pretty weak when it comes to battling, so I'm just being nice and telling you the base cost.
No.
Your hair.
Well,
I know.
I don't actually have 50 copper on me.
Well, then I would suggest you come back when you actually have some coin.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne's gonna start tapping the hand that's currently covering his mouth.
Are you gonna be nice? Promise. Pinky promise. He holds up his free pinky.
His tiny, tiny little pinky is going to attempt to grasp onto it.
Let go of his mouth.
Ah, thank you. Could I inspect that weapon for a moment?
Sure.
Would you mind carrying me towards it? Or can I walk?
Drop.
Thank you. He's gonna toddle his way over. What would it be?
For what?
To inspect the weapon to see if it has any kind of flaws.
Investigation.
Balls.
With a 19, that's a really well-made dwarven sword.
Ah, I hate to say it, but the dwarves have actually done a good job.
Damn right I have! Are you saying that my quality's shady?
Whack!
No. It is more personal and racial prejudice than anything else. Don't take it to heart. He says with an entirely straight face.
So she's holding the sword now. And climbing over the counter.
He's gonna
Stop.
turn and run as quick as he
He's
can.
very bad at giving compliments. That's him. He's very selfish in that regard. He's used to being one of the best craftsmen wherever he's from.
The little gnome's running off, and she's looking at you, holding this sword like she's about to murder someone.
The people
Are
of
you
this city have no respect.
So you're telling me not to? Look, you bought my goods, thus I'll give you the benefit of a doubt. But if you bring him back, I'll kill him.
He's calling you one of the best crafters he's seen in a very rude way.
You need to learn how to do that better. Don't you coming back in here?
He's gonna start just poking in the door. That's what I meant.
So I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw from you.
See, what we need to do is we need to keep having him poke his head out and get aggro, and we just farm dwarven weapons that
With
she
16,
throws at him.
you jump to the side as a dwarf behind you gets a battle axe in the back.
He's gonna look at him, look back at her, look at him, just kind of tap him on the leg. Sorry, buddy.
No, he's dead. He's like fell over.
Oh yeah, he's just tapping it on the leg. Just sorry, buddy.
Oh.
Casual murder. That's all right.
Do you need anything, Oswald?
He just puts down his stick on the counter. Can I have this in metal?
You want the staff, sweetie?
Yeah.
That's easy enough. Keep your stick though.
Okay. He just picks it back up.
She eventually comes back with a like rune decorated sort of metal staff, sets it down. This will be 10 copper.
Okay, and he just like pulls out his money bag, counts out 10 copper, and hands it to her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So your new weapon. Fuck. It weighs 4 pounds.
Okay, same as my other one. Somehow, because I have really thick
what's
wood.
the damage of your other one?
The damage of a quarterstaff one-handed is 1d6, and
That's
two-handed
right.
is 1d8.
You've just upgraded to metal, so it can't burn. Congratulations.
You just saw all these people walking around with all these metal things. He's like, but mine's just a stick I picked up.
And it's just a basic longsword, right?
Yep.
Okay.
He walks out, looks at the 2 sticks, just like kind of leans the stick up against the closest thing, and like takes his new shiny stick.
You have a shiny stick. Are you guys staying or leaving?
What do you put in your hair to keep it so clean, especially working in such a dusty environment?
You bathe twice a day.
Oh.
Also, it helps that I'm not actually manning the forges right now. If you see my girls back there, all of them look like they're black-haired. They're all blondes.
I'm not sure I caught that.
Oh!
Yes.
You were cutting out really badly.
I just like how me and Blue are both just like bartering.
We're just hearing like,
It's fine
like,
though, I got it.
part of your exclamation gets so high none of us can hear it.
The local dogs are going mad though.
Right. Anything else for any of you?
No, Dwayne's already just started off walking up the road.
It's about
Did-
3 p.m., guys.
Did anyone come to get the axe out of the back of the dwarf?
Well, so you saw someone take the axe out and like return it to the lady, and then someone else is throwing the body onto a cart filled with more dwarven bodies.
Okay. But I don't have a feeling once we find out the law, they're gonna be like, yeah, we used to try and make murder illegal in the dwarven area, but too many died, so we just gave up.
Yeah.
We realized that once we removed the dwarves from the local populace and made them their own county, the murder rate shot down.
Pretty close. Where are you guys heading to now?
I mentioned the Alchemy Shop and the Gnomes next, and I probably get like 3 freaking shopping boners from the group.
That's just a regular boner. But yes.
Looks like the Alchemy section's closest, Blue.
Perception to find a way out that's not just backtracking. With a 23, you definitely find one, and while you do, you see another flash of purple on the peripheral of your vision.
I'm gonna look in that direction.
Perception. With an 11, you don't see shit.
Can
Still
guarantee
seeing
we're
it?
getting followed.
We could
Seeing
set
what?
a trap.
Keep seeing
What are we seeing?
purple. And by now they probably know that we're looking for them if they saw
Looks
my
around for purple. Do I see
Perception.
anything purple?
Yeah, I'm gonna perception.
Perception.
Yeah,
I'm
me
gonna
too.
note, I'm not looking for a purple
Oh,
cloak. I'm looking
24.
for the first purple thing I see.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh.
Blue,
I
that-
think
that's
I'm
persuasion.
colorblind.
Oswald, you're having a moment where you're like, is purple the red blue? Or is it like blue red? And then you're having like a little existential crisis in your head. As for Blue and Fenris, you both see a flutter of purple that just sort of vanishes into one of the shops. I'm not sure which one. It's on the other side of the entire area, and there's lots of dwarves and movement going on.
I'm sorry, I'm just losing my shit at that one, meaning I'm now colorblind.
It's not colorblind, you're just having a moment.
You just can't remember colors.
I think
It's a
Blue
color,
just
not a monster.
bolts off in your curiosity to find out what that was.
Also, Blue, you rolled persuasion, not perception.
What?
That would have been helpful.
I called it out earlier, and
I apologize.
Oh,
Try
I do
rolling
have-
perception for me.
I do have a question while he rerolls that shade. The whole roads here are paved in like stone, right?
Never mind
Yep.
then.
Okay.
Blue, you note that there is no purple nearby, but it also doesn't help that you are literally gnome-sized, and so everyone's taller than you. So it's trying to
Alright.
find something purple through a sea of bodies that you can't see over. Only you, Fenris, see it.
Fenris kind of turns back to the group. Didn't see anything, and then and then just winks out of one eye to Wilk.
I'm gonna insight that.
Sure. With a 14, you have a good idea of what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
You guys have been working together, that's why I'm giving you advantage.
Okay. And I'll
It
nod.
basically amounts to I'm trying to make everyone else think that no, you're just going crazy.
Oh Jesus Christ.
More along the lines, I'm sure, about like
Like it's I'm making everyone seem at ease so that they feel more comfortable coming out
exactly.
and following us. Not I'm fucking with you, but I'm trying to lure them out.
It just helps I can fuck with you at the same time.
So you guys find an alleyway north and start heading that way.
I just have to say, in the background of this, I keep hearing like a noise that I can only describe as the Metal Gear Solid game over noise every once in a while. Has anyone else heard that?
Snake! Snake!
Yeah, it's just a noise. Sorry, I had to point it out.
It's okay.
But as we're walking, since Oswald now has a metal staff, you're just hearing clang, clang, clang as he walks with his new staff.
Now
You're
we've
going to damage it.
navigated out of the clutter.
Clang.
Let's make our way to the alchemy area.
Let's just hope there aren't many dwarves.
Clang.
Stop it! They're going to damage the staff.
Clang.
Oh, I hate you so much.
He's not like slamming it down, he's just walking with it and it's now making a clang noise.
Why do you need to walk with it? You're tall enough and young enough.
Because it's a shiny staff.
When we've gotten this far, I'm going to like passive. I try to look around without looking like I'm looking around. See if
Roll
we're still
stealth
being
and then roll perception. Okay.
Eh.
So, Fenris, are you watching him?
Yes.
So you see him like duck his head down, but then his head pops right back up as he looks openly around, turning in a circle. But then like when he turns back forward, he hunches down again like that. He didn't do that. With that 17 though, you do see a flutter of purple about like it leaves an alleyway right here.
Leaves
And now
or
it's following you.
enters? I see.
It's leaving. It's now like you see a purple hood in the sea of people behind you.
All right, I'll mutter it to Fenris. He's behind us in a crowd. Or she, whoever it is.
You duck off into an alleyway as we pass by and sweep around behind. I'll keep going with the group. And don't fuck up as bad as you did just there.
Good idea. Stop
Clang.
having those.
Does that count as assistance?
Sure.
Does that count as helping him?
Stealth, honey, at advantage.
You'd make a great. I have to say, Dylan, you'd make a great bard. Just put hand on shoulder. Don't fuck up. Barding inspiration.
I slide the main map to Fenris since he knows the direction that we need to end up at, but then I'll use my drawn map to keep navigating myself, and I'm gonna duck into an alleyway and let him keep going.
Stealth at advantage. There's lots of alleyways, so I'm not making you roll perception for that. It's gonna be kind of like hit or miss if it loops back around though. So let's roll me a d20 for luck. While the rest of the group goes onward.
What's your inspiration die demo?
What?
Can I use my initiate since I'm gonna remember
Inspiration.
that I actually have it, inspiration.
Sure. Reroll your luck die there.
Come on, that one. Come on, that one.
That's not much better, but that's fine. Inspiration is gone.
Damn.
As you dash down this alleyway, it turns a little bit, and then you see it gets to a dead end, and you're like, "Fuck!" But hey, I mean, you could see out into the crowd and just grab them.
All right, I'll wait for that chance.
All right, perception.
I'm also keeping my eyes up as well.
A solid 10 minutes goes by, and you don't ever see any purple. And it's not that shade of purple.
I grumble to myself.
You feel a tap on your shoulder.
Spaz hand smack away. Hand on
Spaz.
blade.
Are you turning?
Yeah.
You spaz swat the hand away, and you turn around in time to see a fist coming at your face. I'm gonna guess 23 hits.
Obviously.
So you're gonna take 4 bludgeoning damage, and he's then going to do another attack.
Well, at least we know it's not a level 40 monk barbarian like the one I fought before, so.
That's gonna be a 22 to hit.
My AC is 16.
I don't know what your fucking AC is.
That's why I'm letting you know.
I'm never gonna remember it. That's gonna be another 6 bludgeoning damage this time. Are you still standing?
Yes.
What do?
I'm going to try to hit back.
Okay, swing.
Obviously, this is combat time. It's a 19 hit.
He pulls off his cloak, and you see a very pale man, kin to the albino creatures you would see in the forest. He uses his cloak to basically grab your blade and disarm you as a reaction.
Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to punch him back since I saw the unarmed fighting style up.
All right.
No, we're fighting the hit ABC character, the Cape.
Ah.
You don't hit.
I'm gonna use my movement to get back into the crowd then, since I'm assuming
Oh.
it was a reaction to
So
parry me.
Oh. Okay. So it's difficult terrain to get back into the sea of people. Are you going to attempt this? Because you're a decent ways away from the edge.
Well, there's no map, so I can't tell.
I know. I'm trying to tell
Yeah.
you right now.
I'll just keep my fighter stance up and just like curse at him.
Is a 19 hit?
Obviously.
It's going to be. Ooh, he crit the damage roll on that one. 8 bludgeoning
I'm
damage.
down easily.
Cool. We'll get back to you. The rest of you, you're now on the main road here, but the guy with the map's not there.
I have a
And-
map actually.
Oh, you have the map? Cool. Where are you
Yeah,
taking them?
Wherever we were going initially. We were going to the alchemy section, so that way.
Cool. Survival with advantage since you have the map.
And no sign of Wilk yet, eh?
Nope, it's been a good 15 minutes.
Okay, survival at advantage. It's 21.
Mhm.
God.
And I'm just gonna take a look around for Wilk.
Cool. Perception.
22.
With a 22, you see a purple marking down this alleyway specifically. Not like a purple cloak, but it's a purple marking in the same shade.
Any objections to taking a little detour, guys?
Where are we going?
We're going on an adventure, Oswald.
Okay.
Where's Wilk?
Already?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Well, as long as I don't get hit by anyone. I have a terrible headache and feel like I might fall over.
So as you
Yeah.
start down this
I'm
alleyway,
going to hand him a healing potion. Drink this then.
Ah, thank you. What's
you notice that it's 2d4 plus 2, I think, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
So you head down and take a look at this mark.
Mhm.
What languages do you read?
I read Common, Primordial, Elvish, Celestial, Dwarvish, Draconic, Abyssal, Infernal, Undercommon.
Alright, so Elvish it is. So on the wall in Elvish it says, I've got your friend, just asking him some questions, want to know why you're poking around. And then there's an arrow pointing to the alleyway across from this. Go that way and we'll have a talk.
That's not good.
Oh, we're gonna find out. I'm just gonna walk over.
What are we finding out? He says as he calls me.
We'll find out.
Purple man has Wilk.
Oh,
And I'm gonna stroll
I
into
can
the
read
alleyway. I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna I'm not stealthing, not just looking around while I enter the alleyway.
I'm walking behind him, nullifying any stealth checks with a clang, clang,
Okay, I'm not stealthing.
clang.
You follow this alleyway for a while, and you do indeed see a Wilk unconscious on the ground, like nearby, with the purple cloaked / jacket. Sorry, it's a jacket. Jacket man, kind of leaning on the wall next to him, just waving at you.
Yamcha pose.
It's my same hooded friend, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh, hello, friend.
still has his hood up and everything. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I have a few questions.
I find it's pretty hard to get answers out of asleep people, but
Yeah.
let me see how I can help.
That was gut reaction. I was just gonna knock him out and then rouse him, but he put up kind of a fight, so I had to be a little stronger than I wanted to be with him.
Well,
You can wake him up if you want, but I have a few questions.
can I wake him up first?
By all means.
I'm
With a slender, pale hand, he gestures for you to just have fun.
I'm just going to go and I'm going to try and wake him up.
All right.
I'm going to be pretty relaxed about it and just try and wake him.
Shaky, shaky. Constitution, hun.
Pretty relaxed, he says.
I'm gonna be pretty relaxed about it. Runs up and
Why are
just
you
stalker
rolling
kicks
a
his
death
head.
save?
Pretty relaxed, he says.
No, you're he held back to knock you
I know,
unconscious,
I was
not
being
kill
silly.
you.
Con
So
save of
with a
7.
7, you are not waking up.
Grumble.
And let's go be a little harder and just give him a good old
Want me to
whack
help?
across the face. Just I
Constitution
can't get a good
advantage.
clap noise.
Oh,
There
wait.
we go. That's better.
Save or...
Save.
Making
I like to
sure.
think that's what he's actually doing. He's just slapping over and over again until the
You wake
sound
up.
is satisfactory.
Your nose hurts.
I wake up to the slap, I look at him, and I wait the another slap that I know is coming.
Yep.
Just... Psh. Well, it looks like you found him too.
Oh yeah. You see, he just wanted to ask some questions. Look
Did
up
he
to him.
have to punch me for it?
I was just gonna knock you out to get you at a better location.
I'll start shuffling up like he kicked my ass in the process.
Not my fault.
Kind of was.
See, we haven't seen Slayers in town in a long time, and people I'm affiliated with are curious about that. What are you here for?
I
We
look
were
to the others
hired
too.
to do a job in the town, so we came here.
What's the job?
Look to Wilk, who has the paperwork.
Why do you need to know?
Like I said, people I'm affiliated with are curious. It's not often that new kindred come in, especially new kindred that are Slayer initiates.
The elves asked us to help.
I'm gonna look him up and down. What does he look like?
He has his hood low, so you can't see his face, but he has a purple jacket on that has a hood, black shirt underneath that with some gold filigree, gold rimming on the jacket that looks like it's actually metal. So like this coat could probably be a fucking weapon.
Hey,
And
Shay.
he's just very snazzily dressed, but pale.
Shay.
Yes.
My character is gonna because I have a flaw of can't keep a secret to save my life.
You
She's
could
gonna-
totally scream it if you want.
She is. She's screaming. The elves asked us to help.
Oh, the elves asked you to help. What'd they ask you to help with?
Oh, that's to help us find
Shut up.
What?
Shut up.
Why?
Dwayne's
Shut
gonna try and
up.
grab her, cover her mouth.
Oh, that ain't no way to handle a lady. I mean, seriously.
She loves it.
At this point, that depends. Are you affiliated with the elves?
That's my business now, isn't it?
It's our business now, isn't it?
Let's-
No, it's not.
Let's exchange some information. Can we get a name from you first?
Of course! He does this, like, very flourishing grand bow. My name's Raphael.
That's a good thing then.
Oh, is it?
Were we? I'd lean over to Fenris. Were we looking for him?
Such manners for not giving your known name up after I gave mine.
My name's Wilk Redmane, and I'm gonna let everyone introduce themselves.
Fenris.
I'm Oswald Kraigdeep.
I'm Shay.
No, wait. No, I'm not.
Oh look, the gods
Shimmer!
will find us.
We're also missing one of our kobold friends. Regardless, we came here and one of our issues revolves around a La Luna, who you happen to know, that I've been told.
Where'd you get that information?
I shrug, and I kind of insight to see if he already knows.
You have no idea.
Bar talk.
Not to mention you can't see the fucking face. Bar talk. Who gave you this information?
We went to the Minotaur's Horn and started asking questions.
Ah, well, Frederick thinks you're trustworthy. He kind of flips back his hood and you guys all see this man. I have art!
Yay!
Did you guys see it?
Yep.
He's young
No.
for an old man, but
Oh.
that's young for an elf.
What?
He looks cute.
Well, yeah, he's not an old man.
Odd man, not old man.
I can't read.
So, this man kind of once more does another bow. It seems we've got off on the wrong foot. I wasn't aware Frederick had taken you in. Well, yes. I work with Luna.
Good.
Is that why you've been sort of dancing around her grove this whole time?
If we're that
We've-
close, then it seems we're lucky.
We've actually been tasked with, well, if you're in cahoots with Luna, who is we're supposed to contact, we are here to retrieve a certain someone.
I'll show him the contract. After
Well,
I'm
it looks
shifting
like you're
out.
here to talk to the people who rule this place about Elenthyril's son.
With some extra parts added on verbally for the sake of extra money, if we were able to even manage.
Of course. That being said, Luna would probably be the best one to talk about this. She's been working towards that goal for quite a while now. However, she's out of town. I would say come back in like 3 to 4 days. That alleyway specifically, he's pointing to you, Mr. Fenris.
Mm-hmm.
That mark, that's the entrance to her grove. I am going to warn you though, kindred as you are, don't fuck with any of the plants in there. She'll get upset.
Okay. That's Fenris
Also,
kind of
make
takes that
sure you're
under
not
advisement.
followed.
Fenris kind of takes that under advisement and looks at Dwayne and Shimmer.
What? Why would I fuck with the plants?
You literally were carrying around a pound of dead grass for a day.
Yes, but that was outside of the city.
She manages to keep a grove going, despite the fact that this place is essentially under some form of siege by the poor courts, silvering their own water.
Oh, she's managed to make peace with the courts for her part of the city. She's been here long enough that she's bought land.
Very well then.
Alright.
We'll stop by soon enough. Like you said, 3 days or so.
Fenris is
Appreciate it.
going to mark this specific alleyway on the map.
Looks like none of you are of the roguish intent, so I have no further information for you, but it is very nice meeting you all. If you ever need me, just look for the purple.
I'll rub my jaw. Pleasure's ours, I'm sure. Speaking of, do you still have my sword?
Oh, you still have it. He points to your sheath.
Reach up. Yeah, there it is.
It's not like me to leave a poor lad without his weapons, now is it? With one last bow, he turns and starts walking away, lifting a hand to wave as he does so.
Stares at him.
Bastard packs a punch.
Bye.
How long have I been out?
It's been about 15-20 minutes.
Well, that solves.
Pat him on the shoulder.
thing.
Great ambush there, pal.
You know me. Quality stealth assurance.
Yes, yes, come now. We have things to do.
Are you guys heading out now?
Yep. I'm gonna hand Wilk his map back.
Why are there 2 maps again? I'm joking. At least we're kind of close to where we need to be.
You have an hour to go to get there.
Gonna have to replace our shoes at this rate.
What are those?
Things that should cover your talons so they don't get worn out.
Looks
After-
down.
After about an hour of walking, you guys finally enter a place that seems oddly enchanted. You guys basically see shops upon shops of what one would consider alchemy. There's a bunch of tools and gadgets and gizmos, and there's a bunch of weird smells in the air. However, it looks to be, as you guys are now walking down the aisle, because these guys at least have prices on their windows so you don't have to go inside. They're all fucking expensive. Like, for a single 2d4 plus 2 healing potion is about 10 gold pieces, which is what you paid for your sword.
Copper, you mean? Then?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, this is just nice.
Tell me, which of you is the best liar?
I'm more concerned as to why I didn't get a job doing this instead.
Because we were abducted as children and didn't have a choice.
There aren't too many people back here, but there is a couple of people just kind of like walking along. One of them seems to be a notable old lady. Seems to be elvish in nature, but one of those half ones.
We're gonna be coughing up some money. We may as well get good stuff. I'll ask the lady about which one of these shops does she prefer?
She's gonna look up at all of you. I mean all of you, and then down at the couple of you. It's just like, well, you're very tall. I haven't seen any of you since I left the forest. How can I help you again, Sonny?
Just gotta look to the others that back at this poor old woman.
Push him forward.
Me and my friends here would like to know where you buy your alchemy supplies.
Oh,
Rather good quality.
I make my own at home. However, if you're looking for quality, fuck all of these stores.
I like her.
They're watered down swill. Tell me, Sonny, do you know what a lamia is?
I'm assuming I do.
History. An advantage, of course.
I will
but
also
still.
do history because it's somewhat
Can I also do that?
Yep.
monstery.
Those of you that are natives can do a history at advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
21.
I got a 12. What's a limimba? Lamamba.
I got
Fenris!
I got a 9.
You slept through that day in history.
Yeah, that's no surprising. I slept.
Blue, Wilk. Okay, you got a 21. Blue, Wilk, and Oswald. You all know what lamia are. Oswald, less or so. You're like, aren't those like snake monsters? And
Yeah,
for the other two, it's
people with
like
snakeheads.
that's like the big old fucking baddies from back in the day in all the history books.
Question: they're not kindred, right?
They are not kindred.
Right.
The snake folk to the east had an empire, I'm guessing. Did some bad things.
Yes. How do you feel about them?
The same
Not
way,
too great, I don't think.
Nice shrug at Blue. Same way I feel about everyone. Depends how they treat me.
Well, that's good.
I mean, they're snake people. He's a wolf person. I'm a bird person.
There's
I don't see a difference.
There's a lamia that works for one of these alchemy shops here in town. Sweetest thing ever. No one buys from her, so she's dirt cheap, but she's got some of the best stuff I've ever seen.
Directions then?
She points down the alleyway that you guys are next to. She's like, it's the rundown one. You can't miss it.
I'll shrug again and look to like Blue, since this is one of the places that both of me and her are shopping. You find with cheap stuff?
It's not cheap. It's good quality, just cheap on the purse.
Yeah, that.
Whatever happens, I think I need your help because people don't like me taking their stuff. Or not taking their stuff. Taking things out of the buildings.
We'll help make use of it. Thanks, ma'am.
Anytime.
If you don't mind me asking out of the slightest curiosity, is this an unblessed elf?
It's an unblessed elf.
How'd you end up in this place?
What do you mean?
Emelroth.
This is where all of the unblessed end up.
Yeah, but why? Besides the fact that you're unblessed.
Because I'm unblessed.
Wilk, it's very rude to ask that question.
What?
He's basically assuming she was just born that way then. Didn't mean to seem rude, just like learning.
Oh, you thought
Why
I was
were you-
one of those vandals. No.
Hey, why were you banished from your homeland forever?
See, I was born back during all of this, when this all first started happening. no one knows what happened. They said it was a bad omen, like there was going to be something happening bad that's really, really bad, and then lo and behold, 10 years later, they take the child.
Yeah, should have seen that coming. You have a nice day.
You too. She kind of like reaches up and pats your face. Your fluffy, fluffy face is like, oh, you're so fluffy. Come here. Are you gonna resist her?
I'm going to just. I don't know how if this is considered resistance, but I'm like a cat that doesn't want to be hugged. So I'm just like, I'm more upset that Fenris gets to see this.
She's gonna basically
Fenris
take
is
two slender handfuls of your cheek fluff and drag you down so she can ruffle it a bit. Such a good boy. Pats you on the head and lets you go.
I stand up and try to get my bearings. My tail wags ever so slightly.
She's gonna now start waddling off again.
None of you ever say what happened to anyone.
I'm going to get drunk and tell the whole bar tonight.
That sounds like a plan.
Except I can't get drunk.
I'm going to kill you all. I'm gonna
You
start
mean how
Dick
she
and I.
pat you like a common wolf?
What?
Right.
Alright, so you guys heading down the alleyway?
Yeah.
It doesn't take long. It's about 5 p.m. now, but like you do eventually come across a shop that doesn't have any prices in the window. Looks like it's closed, if not abandoned, but there's a light on. Like
Well,
the windows are dusty and broken looking. Looks like it's recently been egged. It's a tragedy.
I'm assuming everyone else kind of, when they see it, stops for a second to assess what they see.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else does, but Oswald just doesn't stop.
well, should we really shop here? Or what you call shopping here?
Fenris is going.
Oswald's opening
walking.
the door.
Yep, Fenris is right behind him.
Yep. Just
Hello?
ignore the flashing LED sign with only 3 letters working.
Is everyone going in then?
No, Dwayne's gonna stay outside and use one of the rags from his smith's tools. Try and clean off as much of the egg that he can reach.
See,
Oh.
the vibe this is getting is when you see a diner where every letter in the word diner has blown out except E-I-E.
Meanwhile,
I'm
Dwayne
like-
using his rag for prestidigitation.
That is a good way to do it.
I'm clinging on to Raph.
So you all
Following
step
behind him.
inside, and you smell potions. It smells like a greenhouse, which isn't that bad, honestly. The inside is much more well maintained than the outside, but it's still like run down. Like she doesn't have the money to keep fixing the broken planks. You see a sort of like ratty-looking old front counter, and you hear bubbling from the back. And as Oswald calls out, if anyone's here, there's a bump and some spazzing noises.
The bell
me
on
to
the
play
door.
the
Clank, clank,
music.
clank, clank, clank.
The bell on the door is missing the gong part, so it's like can't have shit in that.
No, it's replaced by her flailing and crashing beakers to the ground anytime someone says hello.
And from the back slithers forward a rather meek-looking Lamia that is about the same color tone as that man that you guys just saw. Here she is.
New art. Woo!
Ah.
Only Philly played in this game.
And
She'd be
she
so
comes to the
confused.
counter, looking a bit hesitant, because as she moves forward, she sees more and more of you around the corner. And it's just, she's got this slightly panicked and also horrified look on her face.
As soon as I see her, I'm just waving, like, you know when a kid waves their full arm? Hi!
Fenris raises
are-
a hand. Hello.
Are you lost?
Nope.
No, we came here to buy potion things. Wilk!
I'm right here.
Okay,
Oswald.
okay.
Oh, there you are.
You came to me?
Yes.
Some old lady told us to.
Oh, really?
Said you had quality, but affordable quality.
Well, I do. It's just, excuse me. This is probably the first customer I've had all year. She slides up to the counter, puts on her game face, so you can tell that it takes a moment for her to like come out of her shell, just to be like, "How can I help you today?" And I'm sorry for the mess.
Puts on her game face. How can I help you today? Immediately drops it. Sorry for the mess.
I'll like reach down out of her sight, pluck the squirrel off my leg, lift and put on desk. Tell her what you're looking to buy.
Her pinkish red gaze lowers to you, Blue.
I want to take an alchemist supplies.
You need some alchemist supplies?
Yes.
All right. She turns away, and you watch as like her tail tip grabs something off of a shelf in the back and brings it forward for her. She sets it down. That'll be a single copper piece. No, wait, sorry, gold piece. Not sure why I said copper. My bad.
She opens up her bag and she kind of pads around.
One of these?
What are you holding up?
Like gold piece.
Yes, one of those. She takes your gold piece, and you are now the owner of a 5-pound alchemist set.
Do you have the fur oil that makes really nice, but it's also useful for like polishing weapons and stuff? You know
A
what I'm talking
bonding
about?
agent, right?
Uh,
Because
yeah.
I'm not a blacksmith, so I don't have any of that. But if you're looking to make something attached to something, I got that. How much do you want?
About
Assuming like an ounce is a use.
Sure.
about 10 ounces, I think I'd like to take.
Oh, of course. Her tail comes forward. The tip of her tail comes forward again and puts on the counter a decently sized bottle. 2 gold pieces.
She produces there 2 gold pieces.
She takes them, and you now have that. That also weighs about 3 pounds. Do you gather your own herbs?
Sometimes, yes.
This might be a little forward of me, but are you trained in a herbalist kit?
I've never used one before, no.
I can get you a little starter kit. That way you can more easily gather the herbs that you normally get. That is if you're willing.
How much to take it?
Oh, it would just be another copper. But it would come with a little guide that tells you how to use it properly.
Gold, I think you mean.
Yes, thank you.
She produces their gold coin.
And you are now the owner of a small field hand guide of a herbalist kit as well as a little herbalist kit. It's got a spade. It's got things you can put the herbs in to keep them fresh. It's great.
All right.
Is there anything else you need?
Do you have, these fireflies?
Fireflies. I recently used my entire batch, but there's plenty out of the eastern gate at night.
And do you have any of the inspecting spectacles for looking at fine details?
Precision goggles?
Sure.
Well, I'm not really a gnome, and I definitely don't enchant, but the gnomes are nearby. I would say ask them.
Okay. I guess that's all I'm going to take.
You don't need anything else?
I'm guessing I need to collect all my other herbs for all the spells I need to do, right?
Well, you could also ask if she has any.
need time to take inventory, little one.
Do you have any of the hidden leaf? I think them told me it's hard to see because it makes you not want to look at it.
What are you trying to make with it?
This would be for Sanctuary, the idea being that no one can look at you directly because basically amplifies ultraviolet light, I guess
No,
the idea would be.
she's actually asking in person, like, what are you trying to make? I might, if I don't have it, I could probably give you something that would work better.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, it creates a bit of a oily gas that makes a person hard to see. Usually prevents them from being attacked in a fight.
Oh, give me one moment. She actually physically leaves, and when she comes back, she has what looks to be a little potted plant of an herb that looks to be. It kind of gives you the impression of like elf ears, but it's big waxy leaves. This here, I use this quite a bit in my invisibility potions. I think if you take some of this and maybe not as much as would be in an invisibility potion, you could probably achieve the same results.
Okay, what am I gonna call this?
It's called knife ear.
How much does it weigh?
Well, for the
And how much does it
entire
cost?
plant, it's going to be about a pound. It's a small plant. And it'll cost you about 5 gold pieces. It needs a decent amount of light, so don't forget that. And also watering it once a day. A small amount.
Do you have... How do I do this? Wilk, help!
What?
You know how to
I
brew
show-
potions, don't you?
I show my pouch and it has like 3 of the gold things and 9 of the silver things and 8 of the copper things in it.
Right. How much did it cost? Think about that first. Tell me.
Said she wanted 5 of these things.
Holds up a gold coin.
But you only have 3. Now one of these, and he reaches in, pulls out a silver one, is worth 10 of those.
There's a slow dawning understanding on Zokitty's face. You know, if we do it all at once, you won't have to keep counting things out. Is there anything else you need?
How about I start a tab, as they called it in the bar? What is that?
A tab. I mean, I don't really have anything to lose, so sure. Do you got a down payment for that?
I
Aka's
remember
proud she's
them-
learning.
Giving one of these?
And shows a copper piece.
Oh, that would definitely do.
Does
She
that mean
takes
I
it-
can take things when I want them?
As long as you come back once a week and try to pay it off.
Okay. I'll try to give more for taking.
But you should still come, exactly, but you should still come and make sure that I know what you take so I can at least keep your tab ready. So what else are you looking for?
Oh gosh, I keep this up.
Do you have anything? Do you have any acid, or...
Oh, yes, I do. She hurries back, and when she comes back, she's like, I got this from a gelatinous cube.
Ew!
She puts down, like, a fucking, like, big old, like, potion bottle size, so it's 0.5 pounds of, like, acid. You only need a small amount to be able to do anything with it. So there's about 10 uses in there. She's then going to, like, pull out a piece of paper, write down your name. Your name's Blue, right? And then just gonna be updating your tab as she goes. Anything else?
Do you have anything that, burns when you touch it? It's,
Oh, a fireweed!
Yes, fireweed!
Yes. She brings forward another plant, a living one. This one's in sand. It actually gives off a decent amount of heat. What
Wow.
this do?
Never seen it when it's been planted before.
Yeah, it's from the continent to the south of here.
What's this one called?
Fireweed. Now, for
And how
this
much?
one, you don't need to water it, but you definitely need to give it a lot of light.
How
Don't
much?
bring it anywhere cold.
How much does it?
I'm gonna say the same as the other plant.
Okay. And the acid?
That's going to be, what did I say it was?
Jetlinus cube, 10
Yeah,
uses.
I know. Do you remember, hun? Oh, it's this potion bottle, so 0.5 pounds.
Okay. Blue's starting to like this.
Anything
Alright.
else? We can do this above game now if you want, so we can just get past it.
Sure, we'll do this out of game.
Cool. No, I meant like right now, just no character. Like, what else do you need?
Oh. She
You're
needs.
paying this woman's rent for this year.
I'm on the wrong spell. Something cold, poison,
Cold?
thunder.
So she's gonna give you another plant for the cold, and for the thunder, she's definitely gonna give you a jar full of weird moth creatures. There's 10 moths in there. It's a large jar, so that's gonna be about 5 pounds. But there's 10 moths in there, like I said, and each one of these moths, she says, if you crush it, it'll produce the lightning effect you're looking for.
These are lightning moths.
She calls them Iriktu, so it's Iriku.
Okay. I think I think I hold on to those elements for now. I don't need to do every element. And then cure wounds is gonna be the hospital, right?
Yes, but she has things for that. But you said you wanted something for the cold? She brought back another plant
sure.
forward for that. It's gonna be another 3 pounds, I think, whatever the other plants were.
They were 1 pound.
Yeah. She says this one needs to stay in the cold. Don't have to water it though. It's actually it's growing out of ice specifically. It's a frost lotus.
I'm gonna have to get that information from you again sometime.
Yep. I'll try, dude, but like, just make sure you write this shit down.
I'm trying.
Just write it down, take your time.
I have the inventory in here.
You have
Oh, here
also
we
the notes area as well.
But it needs light, you said, right?
Yep.
Fireweed, no water. But needs light. And you said Knifear, little light, and little water.
Yep.
And the moths don't need anything, right?
Nah, you're gonna be basically killing them and you can store them anywhere.
Okay. And does she have anything for healing?
For healing, she asks if you need like a healer's kit, or if you're looking for the stuff to make healing potions.
Did healers get the one for stopping people from dying?
Yeah, basically you can it has 10 charges and you use the contents to basically stop someone, like to stabilize someone.
Sure. Healing kit, how much does that weigh?
That's what was the 5 pounds on? I think it's 5 pounds.
Let me double check.
Oh, 5 pounds total? Ooh, wait, it means okay, wait, 0.5. Over capacity right now, I realized.
That's fine. You're gonna be,
Healer's
unfortunately.
kit is 3.
3 pounds, there you go.
They have 10 uses, and you don't need to make a check to stabilize someone.
She can give you a healing potion recipe if that would be a little bit better for you.
I think I just need to remember how to, like, there, I fixed it. I had like 10 of the things that weighed a lot. That's 1 and 10 uses. Alright. I'm better now.
Okay, so if she's asking also if you want a healing potion recipe or any of the stuff for that, vials, anything.
I think I do need the vials, right?
Well, your alchemist kit comes with like 10.
Oh, does it?
Yes. It's just something you'll have to replenish over time.
Okay. Let me put that down. Oh, did I not put the... Oh, I was waiting to do this. Search. Alchemist supplies. Drag and drop. Oh, that's a proficiency. Dagnabbit. Alright. And then you said 10 vials in here. I need to replenish. Oh, now I remember how to spell that word. Alright. You said she needs the herbs for that, right?
For what?
The healing.
For a healing potion, you would need the herbs, or she can give you the recipe if you want to find them on your own. But she has them. It's just your weight possible. Like, what do you want?
This is for doing the cure spell. Right?
Oh! For healing, which would be akin to a healing potion, if you want something like that that heals and rejuvenates person, she says the best, like, sort of like gatherment for that would be 2 soft flower to 1 light thorn.
1 light flower?
2 soft flower to 1 light thorn would make a really decent. It's what she uses for her healing potions and would make a decent healing for anything else you might use it in.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry having you repeat this. Is it 2 light flower to 1 thorn?
Light thorn.
Okay.
Lighththorn.
Okay. I wrote that down.
Okay. So that's the best way to do it. And she asks if you want to buy them, and she's like looking at you, and you're just a small squirrel, just enveloped with shit right now.
Or I'll take that.
You want some?
Yeah, so I need...
Alright. So she can give you packets of the dried stuff, not the, like... She's not willing to sell the plants of this because it's hard to take care of, and she's not sure you're able to deal with that right now. So, she's gonna sell you a package of stuff that should, if you don't fuck up, make you 10 of your spell.
So, that would be 20 the light flower and 10 of the light thorn?
Sure. I'm just
Is that
saying
right?
it's a package. I would just say it's a package of cure wounds herbs. But if you write down like the soft flower and the light thorn are healing, then you know in the future.
She just sold you great value dried cure wounds packet.
Yeah, basically.
Healing in
How
a
much-
healing in a packet.
How much does each packet weigh?
Oh, it's all one packet that,
Okay.
that would be used that can be used for 10 of them. And altogether only weighs a pound. It's just dried flowers.
Alright.
I'm just
think
trying to make it more simple so you don't have like an entire list of shit. You know?
I'm learning with you.
Yep.
So. Alright. Guidance, does she have a... for guidance, I was thinking I could probably just have a book of,
Inspirational quotes.
Yes!
Do it. She doesn't have a book for you for that. Wait, she has one, but she says she uses it every night, so she can't.
I was gonna say, are you gonna tell me that this spastic mess does not have at least 3 self-help books?
I mean, she has a self-help book about like how to talk to people that are trying to buy from you, but she doesn't think that's gonna help.
Look, this place is so run down. Whenever you entered, there's like a sign that just says live, and the laugh and love are gone.
He is also gone, so just live.
But I say inspirational quotes are probably a book you could definitely go buy in one of the general stores.
Okay.
Anything else?
There's a poster.
Nope, I gotta find my own fireflies. I need
Alright.
to find my own book. I need to find my own goggles. I think everything else is kind of taken care of.
Yep. Altogether, you still haven't paid. You still haven't bought enough to basically pay for the copper you gave her, so you're golden for a bit.
Okay.
She'll just tell you how much you owe if you owe anything every time you show up.
All right.
Does anyone else need anything?
I'll look to the others.
Her
Anyone?
eyes are sparkling. She looks like, for the first time, she's smiling a little bit because she knows she can pay the rent this month.
I could use some healing potions.
Oh, really? How many? I have lots.
Can I get a bag filled with 10?
I'll easily. She rushes back, and when she comes back with this bag of clinking potions, and she's like, "This will be 10 gold pieces, please."
All right, I will hand her a silver.
Thank you.
Oh.
Do you need anything else?
I think that's all for now.
By the way, the potions you get from her are 2d4 plus 5. Her
Okay.
casting modifier is maxed out.
Oswald is standing behind Fenris with his hand up, but she can't see him because Fenris is too tall.
Dude, right?
So once Fenris moves, she'll see Oswald holding his hand up.
With the panic expression.
Oh. How can I help you?
You sell things made from plants, right?
Yes?
I remember one of the hunters in my village, they would coat darts and things that would make things they hit like move slower or go to sleep. Do you have any of those?
Well, I can do poison, sleep. I can make it so that they just start being drunk. I've tried drunk things. That's something new. I got bored.
Do you have one that just makes them stop? I'm trying to figure out how Oswald would ask for paralysis without knowing the word paralysis. Do you have anything that would just make them stop moving?
I mean, yeah. Would you like something for that? A poison?
Yeah.
How big of a
these.
thing of poison? How many uses, basically?
He's trying to think. 20?
Okay. She comes back with 2 vials, 10 applications each. She asks for 2 gold pieces per.
He just puts down a copper piece.
You know this is too much.
I only have that.
Give me a second.
I turn to Wilk. Should we just make Blue's tab the tab for the group?
I shrug. I mean, at this point, we could. I'll be in often enough to help keep the tab upkept.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine then. Sure. I'll say that there's 2 copper on the tab then.
What was our group called again? It was something claws.
Copper claws.
There we go.
All right, so for the copper claws, thank you.
So how much do these vials weigh?
Like 0.1. They're small.
What was that you said about drunk, though?
I've been experimenting with a interesting little flower that makes people feel like they're drunk.
What's that?
Well,
Is that the thing that people do when they drink the weird stuff from the bottle?
Yes.
Oh, alright. I had no idea why they did that.
It basically lowers inhibition, makes them more willing to talk to you, and sometimes some people get violent.
Immediately looks at Dwayne.
Dwayne's still outside.
Immediately turns around to look out the door at Dwayne.
You just see him vigorously scrubbing with a rag and his water skin. He's using boxes and whatever is near to try and clean the front of the store.
By now, you are definitely, it's clean.
I'll be sure not to hit the gnome with that then.
Oh, would you like one?
Sure. How much are those?
It's just that if you tell me how it works, it's free. I haven't tested it yet. She slides forward another vial.
This is also a 10 use.
Yep.
Can I get some of that?
You want one too?
Yeah.
Will you promise to tell me how it goes?
Yeah.
She slides you a vial as well.
I actually have
And
an idea for
how
it.
is this applied? Does it need to be entered into the bloodstream?
Well, that right there is
digested?
for darts, so it'll apply. It applies 10, 1 per dart. If you're trying to just dump it in someone's drink, that'll you want just a drop. It's
Mhm.
very potent. It's
Alrighty.
bloodstream or drinking, though the drinking takes longer.
Before we use it for
Interesting.
a party.
All right. Thank you very much.
Of course.
I suppose since he's finished, Dwayne will walk in looking extremely proud of himself. There we go.
Welcome.
Ah, hello. I assume you're the proprietor of the store.
Yes.
The front is now as clean as I can get it.
Did you clean it?
Yes.
She immediately drops into a fucking a bow so low that she's actually managed to make her head lower than yours.
Does she bang her head on the counter?
A little bit.
He's gonna kind of Is he tall enough because she's at the counter to tap her head?
She has a little stepping stool thing. You can climb that, basically.
He's gonna climb his rope and just kind of tap her on the head. It's
Yes.
no worry.
Still, thank you. I've never had this many people in my shop at once. Do you need anything?
It's going to be an odd question, but I don't suppose you have any thread.
I have lots of thread.
Oh, I would like a spool of thread, please.
Of course. It'll be a single spool of thread for a copper piece. Not copper! Gold! What is wrong with me?
I was gonna say I don't have that much.
He is in the copper closet. He can just use the tab.
Oh,
you-
okay, never mind then.
No. He's gonna give her 2 gold pieces. Take the copper, the thread, put it away, and just hop back down.
Thank you.
Happy day. Well, I'm done here. Let us go. He's just
Anyone
gonna
else
walk
need
straight
anything?
out the door.
Jesus Christ.
Was there anything else anyone needed?
Yeah, what
Uh,
was your name again?
Oh, I'm sorry, I should have introduced myself. My name is Zokitty.
Kitty?
Zokitty. I guess you could call me Kitty if that's what you really want, though.
I'll call you Kitty.
Okay.
I-
How are we spelling?
I second this motion.
Xochiti.
I second this motion.
Oh no, don't. And you said you needed something, mister?
Yes, just waiting for my turn.
It is your turn.
I lift up my age-old alchemist kit, so it was a gold for a new one.
Yes.
I'll take that.
She'll replace it.
I would also like a book on herbs and what have it, so if we go out traveling and we find something, we can figure out what we can use them for.
Alright, she just gives you the book since you're on the tab.
Didn't she already give that to Blue?
No,
Not
for Blue
herbalist
it's
kit.
an herbalist kit instruction manual.
Would you happen to have any blow dart needles and maybe a blow dart?
I don't really sell those, I'm sorry. But
Ah,
you are
it's alright.
nearby the gnomes and they're very great at that.
Alrighty.
Just a few more other things.
Of
I might
course.
be back for more depending on contracts that we take.
I would be happy to have returning customers.
Nod my head. Hoping for a potent poison to apply to my blade. Something
What
that'll-
kind? Instant kill, slow death, we've got the things that just put them to sleep, the ones that paralyze them. We've got the ones that sort of reduce their ability to see. That's a new one I've been working on. I'm not sure if it works that well yet.
The blindness sounds interesting, but I'll go with something to just take it down as fast as possible.
So an insta-kill.
Essentially.
Alright, what kind of weapon?
And I undo the straps on the sheath and lay down the sheathed blade on the counter.
A bigger weapon.
I-
She comes back with a double healing potion sized vial and a cloth. She's like, just dab it and then rub it on. It should last about 10 minutes.
Good. And
What that would do above game honey would add an additional 1d6 poison damage. With no chance of poisoning.
Hey, Wilk, do you think I should get some of that for my darts?
maybe. But before we get more of it, let me get something else real quick.
Of course.
some sort of resistance potion, something that can make me take a blow easier.
Versus what source of damage?
General, nothing magical.
I haven't managed to distill a Berserker's Rage yet, but I could try. I think, give me like the night, I can try to think if I can figure it out.
I'll nod my head at that. Actually, if you didn't have that, I had an idea to make it myself otherwise.
Would you rather?
That drunk root is what I'm going to start calling it at this point.
I mean, that's basically what it is. Did you want some of it?
Yes, I think if I can mix it in smaller dosages, I might get something with a similar effect. At least. for a
Might
short-term
numb the
fix.
pain. I think it might be more of a temporary thing, though.
I nod my head.
She'll sell you a plant of it. She says that the part you want to use is below ground. It takes a lot of water. This is a very tropical plant. So lots of water, lots of sunlight, lots of heat, but no dry heat. The little leaves on top are just for show. You're going to want to pull out roots and cut that off.
I'll nod. Thank you.
Of course. It is a drunk root, by the way. She's like, that's a great name for it. I'm going to call it that.
Alright, got the poison, got the thing to help make resistances. And
Sorry, above game. I only got one drunk potion. Yeah.
That's the potion, yeah, like a poison that you would use for darts. But that's why she's like, if you're gonna put in someone's drink, just a drop. Got 10 drops in there.
and something else very important. 3 doses of antitoxins
Antitoxins, okay.
to cleanse us of any poisons or.
She
metals.
puts 3 bottles on the bar for you. They're about the size of a. They're about half the size of a potion of a healing potion.
Good. Feel like we're gonna be needing that eventually, especially soon.
Can I get some of the paralysis poisons?
Sure. Just
How
the
much?
one for darts or for a weapon?
Give me something for a dagger.
For a dagger. She'll come back with a slightly bigger bottle than what I gave the other one. And basically with a cloth as well, she's like, dab, and then wipe. Lasts 10 minutes, and you have about 10 uses in there.
Okay. Sorry, is it the same portioning
Same weight.
for crossbow bolts?
Yes, sorry.
Perfect. All right, thank you very much.
Anytime. Anything else for anyone?
Mm,
I think that should cover it.
I'm gonna slide over 10 gold just as a tip.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for providing good potions. And not
It's my
watered down.
passion. I'm glad that someone wants to actually use them for once. I'm sick of throwing them out every year.
Yeah, I should probably get healing potions too, shouldn't I?
Yes.
If you wish, I have
Although
a surplus.
Although I did get the bag kind of as a communal thing.
Oh, okay. Do you have any potions that would enhance someone's senses? Make
Like
it
a
easier to
cat's eye
track.
potion?
Make it easier to track things down.
Potentially. I would have to work a recipe up for it, though.
Never mind then.
I apologize.
It's okay. I'm looking at Wilk. Are you done?
I think so.
Do you have
Anything
anything
else?
that can make me breathe fire?
Not on stock because no one buys it and it's very expensive to make, but I can make one.
No, this is now me asking out of curiosity, because I don't actually know all of what a potion can do.
Lots
I
of
know.
things, actually.
Can it make me bigger?
Yes. Again, though, I don't have them in stock. It's pricey, so I try not to waste since no one comes by, but I can make one.
How much time and money would it take to make a potion of enlargement?
Her eyes go a little downcast, and she's like, well, to be fair, it's about 10 to 20 copper for something like that.
A note for
Fenris, we're
future.
not going to the brothels anytime soon.
That's okay. Have we ever gone to brothels before, like on purpose?
I don't remember.
You guys watch as her face turns redder and redder as this topic continues.
There was that time you tried to make me bring you there, saying that I was your father bringing you there because I was an adult and you weren't.
That's because we wanted cheap alcohol, though.
Then why were you staring at the women dancing on the tables?
When in Rome. Where is Rome?
Boss.
She's now turned around and is like covering her face in her hands.
And before
By
you
the way-
ask Oswald, no, you can't.
RT crowd. Moss, what story did you tell them? Moss.
I do have to ask. At some point during Wilk and Fenris talking to her, Oswald had pulled out his sketchbook and started drawing her. Would she have reacted at all to that? Would she have been like, "Oh,
She was busy trying to focus on the person trying to talk to her. She's not a people person.
okay"? I only rolled an 8, which is a rough sketch of her face, but I have that now.
Okay.
Alright.
Oswald's getting like that bird twitchiness 'cause he's been in the same place for too long.
If there's nothing else, thank you for shopping at Kamihana. I hope to see you again.
You probably
Yeah.
will, unless we die. In which
Oh,
case,
don't die then. You're my only customers.
We'll do our best.
Should we tell other people to shop here?
I mean, if you want to, I doubt they'll listen.
Why?
Because I'm a Lamia.
But
Most people around here think I eat children.
people think I eat children too.
They do?
Humans do.
But
You
that's
don't?
humans. I'm talking everyone.
Well, I mean, when they see me eating bones at a bar, they usually, for some reason, think they're human bones.
Ah,
They aren't.
No, I eat like beef bones.
Alright. You have a nice day. I think we still gotta visit the gnomes.
of course. Have a good evening.
Do you think maybe if you're not busy sometime, I could come over and you could show me how you do what you do?
Of course. I'm more than happy to help out. It's not like I have much else going on.
Thanks, Kitty.
bye.
There's another deep bow as you guys slowly leave her place.
As we leave, we hear her getting up. We hear her stop. Ow! Hits her head on the way back up.
You do hear the light turning off and a sign being flicked into place on the door of closed.
Oh god, people. Ah!
Close. Then
Pretty
flips it again.
much.
Flips a different one too. I don't need your money right now. Screw all of you.
Speaking of being out here,
What were you doing out here, Dwayne?
He was just standing in very impatiently waiting. Kind of hopping on the spot, just hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Hey, Dwayne, can you help me try something out?
What is it?
You want to get drunk?
Please don't offer that unless you are very, very serious.
You'll feel a little pinch, but then you'll
tonight,
be drunk, hopefully.
Fenris.
Yes, I should get drunk after shopping.
All right,
He is intelligent enough to
You know
realize it's a
better.
bad idea.
fair
I'm
enough.
looking at Fenris shamefully. It's like, you know better.
Alright, guys, quick break before you head up over to the gnomes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a smoke, maybe.
Oh, I'll do the same thing.
Smokes?
Is this the part where I'm allowed to say, what did you call that potion again?
What do you mean? What did they call that potion?
Knife ear potion.
It was a knife ear plant. I'm just sad that I'm not Dan, so I can't order my bad day potions.
Fucking remember that.
That never worked. The one time I got it to work on something, it did not have a stomach or anus.
Didn't you also use it on my character?
I don't think I did.
I thought you did.
I don't ever remember using it on a party member because I remember when I found out I could make a simultaneous projectile vomit and diarrhea, I was like, I'm not gonna put this on any of the players.
It's a lot of memories coming back is all.
I might take like instant death poisons and poison them with that, so I can revive them from that. You can't unshit their pants.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You can take their pride, you can take their dignity. They can never unshit their pants. A fate worse than death.
Go ahead, call the police. They can't unshit your pants.
Can't unfuck your toaster. Meanwhile, Shay and Raph are just sitting there shaking their heads, being angry.
So what do you think of me playing a character that is the exact opposite of Dan?
It is funny.
uh,
I was also
I
just
only-
reading through some of the content that is available for this campaign, Flug, and yeah, it's actually quite. I like the expansions.
I love the vulture because I've realized very slowly that vultures, specifically bearded, are one of my favorite animals. Just because they're both simultaneously so awesome and so dumb.
I am back.
Welcome back. Having a
Is
little
everyone
bit
else
of-
back? Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Having a little bit of chat during the break time, so hope you're
It's
all
all
doing
good.
well.
You're fine, dude.
I'll go back to being muted.
Appreciate it, though.
I am also back.
Yay, Zozo!
Miss that tiny pale snake.
Right? Who else
I'm
is
still just
gone?
reeling. I'm still just reeling from the revelation that Drew smokes.
Drew smokes?
Drew,
What?
Hatter said I'm gonna go take a smoke, and Drew said the same thing. He's like, I'll do the same. Apparently, Drew smokes.
Oh,
Question: This is after the campaign that we had, correct?
nope.
We're running through it again.
Basically,
Ah.
this is happening at the same time as that other campaign, and these other people are going to be showing up as NPCs doing their own thing in this world.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Huh? What? I didn't get your permission, so you're not. Unfortunately, sorry.
You have my permission.
I'll think about it.
Up to you.
I can't wait for Oswald and Dan to ever interact and just explode from matter and antimatter meeting each other.
Well, you're gonna love Fire Night tonight.
Hello.
Kidding. I don't have art done for you yet.
Drew!
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Still not back. Apparently, Drew takes longer smoke breaks than you, Hatter.
I just had to go stand at the window.
That's
Like
impressive.
a foot away. Hey, that's supposed to mean.
I mean, you do usually get extended by having to fish your cigarette out from under your bed.
I don't know.
Our tree caught fire the other day in front of us.
Oh,
Yesterday.
That was a message from God.
We think it's probably one of the upper people because they're in range from their balcony above that they might have like dropped something that maybe did it accidentally.
They said they didn't, but you know how that goes.
that was God saying, "Hey, you know how y'all are staying in your houses? Good, keep doing that."
Or he was trying to speak to you like Moses.
And the tree
Yeah,
had been burning for a while because there was smoke everywhere, and like it was one of those small shrub trees that people have because it's an apartment area. But it was next to the fucking wooden post of a balcony from all the upper places, which goes all the way up.
That's even more
So
like Moses.
if it lasted any longer, it would have been super bad.
You should have went out and spoke to the fire.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that
I
sounds
looked
like a
at it.
burning bush to me.
I looked at it and called it a little bitch. Nothing happened.
You also put it out.
Call God.
Well,
you
the other
little-
guy
call
put it
God,
out
little
because he
bitch.
got the,
Get smoked.
the fire extinguisher. I was like,
Don't
yeah,
go
there's some
calling
fucking
God a
fire
little
over
bitch.
here.
Oh, I can see a smiting in your future. Or Corona again, you know.
I had Corona and I work at Walmart. Nothing can get worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
at that
quite
rate,
argue
you're
with
kind of fucked.
That's why you couldn't hear me.
Welcome back. Is everyone else back? Demo?
Yeah, I've never
Awesome.
left.
All right, guys. So you guys can do you have two options: backtracking and finding a way around to get to the gnomes, or trying to find an alleyway that cuts all the way through.
Alleyway.
Leaning alleyway.
Alleyway.
Since I am trying to find the gnomes, I will find the nearest gnome and follow them. The nearest gnome is Dwayne.
But Dwayne knows exactly where it's going. That way.
Survival for everyone. Advantage for the one that has the map.
Shimmer's
16.
lost.
I have found Dwayne.
Fenris, Wilk, and Fenris, Wilk, and Oswald. Together, you managed to find like a fucking alleyway, and after a few false attempts where you guys hit dead ends, you do find one that cuts all the way through. So a 2-hour trip turns into just a half-hour one. Though it is getting darker slowly but surely as the sun starts to set. You are in the Gnome District now.
Look to Dwayne. Guessing you need a tech shop.
What is that?
A shop that'll teach you about all the stuff going on.
Oh,
Light switches and things.
yes, that would be extremely helpful.
Everyone keep your eyes open for a tech shop. They should have a lot of people.
You mean that tech shop and that tech shop and that one 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 that's glowing?
Wilk,
That one's
I see.
AutoZone, that one's Radio
I think-
Shack.
Damn it, I was
That's
gonna make
Best
a Radio
Buy.
Shack joke. Why didn't you shut up and let me do it?
Dwayne's just gonna beeline to the brightest shop he can see.
They're all very bright, but one is a bit brighter and you get a weird feeling from it because it's humming with electricity.
That's
As-
the Radio Shack.
As you step inside, is anyone else following?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
As you step inside, the sound of buzzing intensifies to the point where it feels like it's inside your skull. You feel the hair and fur on your bodies start to stand on end. Yes, all of the animals are now floof, including the bird. And you are looking forward to see a gnome with similar hairstyle sticking up in all directions, with little bursts of electricity coming off the ends of his strands of hair, like smiling at you all as you enter.
Sure, I
Something
like
about
this.
Doesn't feel safe.
I look to Fenris. You look fat.
Well, at least I'm not actually fat.
He's gonna head straight to the counter. Hello there.
Hello, how can I help you?
I want to know everything. And I realize
Join the
that-
club. What do you want
Yeah.
to find out right now?
Well, let's just call me a foreigner to these lands. I've never seen such great constructs. The use of electricity here is, well, it's electrifying.
His eyes are narrowing at this.
What?
Fenris,
Where are you from that you haven't heard of any of this?
Fenris stands behind him and points directly down and says, "Traveler."
Oh. So, you're one of those uncivilized gnomes that come from a place that doesn't have electricity like we do.
Uncivilized? Well, how
Yes.
dare you? I never.
Barely gnomish, almost sub-gnomish, tribalist at best.
Oh, I see. You and I are going to be great frenemies, aren't we?
He just smiles at you.
He's gonna punch him in the face.
That's fine. What do you roll? Roll me strength. With a
Yeah.
5, you miss. And let's see if he hits.
Hope he doesn't, because we're gonna have to fucking revive you again.
Nope.
No, I gave him a healing potion.
Does a 15 hit?
Does attacker win?
Yeah?
Yeah, 15 hits.
Okay.
Swear to God, if this gnome was a fucking monk.
He's not.
Oh,
That'll be 3 bludgeoning damage, and then he's gonna pull something out of his back pocket.
He's gonna be smiling as he takes the hit, kind of rub his cheek. Ah, I like you already. What's that?
You watch as he presses a button, and like lightning arcs out from it, and he just like looks at you menacingly.
Oh, you have to show me how that works. Not in practice.
Too late you said that, and then he's literally coming in. I'm gonna see if we hit.
Good lord.
17, 18, 19?
Yep.
You are now on the ground unconscious as you are basically knocked prone with the stun gun. You guys watch as he stiffens, spazzes, and you guys hear a loud click, 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 and then he drops, and then the gnome looks to the rest of you. Any other of you have any problems with this?
How much for one of those?
More than you can handle, brother. I'm just saying, this is the only one I've got, but I can make you another one, but it's gonna cost you.
Let me know how much it's gonna cost for a future date.
At least 50 copper, sir.
Noted. Thank you.
Of course. Now, why are you here in my fine shop? With
Well,
this tribal gnome?
he was kind of coming in to check something out. I'm gonna try and shake him awake.
You know,
Didn't you also need blow dart?
instead of going off about him being a tribal gnome, you might want to learn from him. Apparently their kind dealt with a lot of magic.
Ha! You think I'm trying to get arrested?
No, but still interested to learn stuff.
Plus, a society that relies on magic over science is nothing I want to learn from him.
Did he get shaken awake?
I don't know, did he?
I'm trying to.
Okay, that's a
Is
constitution.
he actually unconscious, or is he still just twitching like yeah?
He's unconscious, but with an 11, he's awake.
Back down to a 1 again.
You are?
Yeah, if it knocked him unconscious, that was a...
No. This is more like it knocked you out, but you didn't lose any HP.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Handheld sleep.
Ah,
Pretty much.
right, where were we? Yes, you there.
Ugh, he's awake.
I am not tribal, and I don't mess with... Wait, no, he wouldn't have heard that. Right.
What do you
Yeah,
want? Why are you in my
Never
shop?
heard anything about magic.
Dwayne, just buy your parts and a book or something.
Yes, I need a book that will teach me about how to put the wires where they need to be, to transfer the charge. to light things up.
He's gonna try to hit you with this book. Is that okay? Let's just see if this works. I'm
Improvised
amused.
weapon.
Club stat.
Aww. So he throws a book at you that's literally electricity for morons, and it flies over your head and hits poor Wilk in the nuts.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Wilk.
What did he roll?
We're not gonna talk
Well,
about it.
fine, my armor's better
She rolled.
anyway.
She rolled 1d1. DM says so.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ahem. Thank you. How much will that cost me?
Nothing, so you can learn something.
You know, I thought a man of... What is the word? Great education. would be willing
Science.
to pass- Yes, science, whatever. I thought you'd be more understanding about it.
Means little coming from a man of non-science.
I bet I could work metal greater than you.
I bet you couldn't.
This
I don't
form
see you
of-
having one of these, and he clicks it again, and you have like flashbacks to the feeling.
This,
I may not have one of those, but I bet I could create one.
Good luck.
this
What do you
form
want?
Of,
Why are you here?
this form of shopping seems very violent.
It is. But that's all I wanted. He's gonna turn around, pick up the book, and just hug it close to his chest and toss it away.
That
He
was
is
what the
done with everyone.
intelligence was for. I'll give you the book. I leaned over, like, pick it up and tried to read it. Like,
Oh.
fuck.
Oh, please, Wilk. Your
It's in
talents are more
Gnomish.
muscular.
I wonder if I know Gnomish. Let me check.
Your talent is hitting people.
I
Mine
do.
is creating things to hit
Then
people.
you can read it.
Now come, give me the book.
I hand it to him.
Thank
You know,
you.
some of my people are pretty good with bombs and traps.
Yes, not as good as my people. Now, let us go. I need to find somewhere to read this book. Nothing else matters.
Do you,
Fenris
have,
didn't.
Does any of the other ones of you need anything, or did you all waste my time?
do you have any of those glasses for inspecting stuff? And please don't throw them at me.
His eyes narrow. Squirrel kindred, don't you touch anything. Turns around, comes back over, has a fucking... it's a pair of goggles, right? What is this for again, above game?
Above game, it's for doing identify. So
Ah.
magnifying glasses, if anything, for small details and.
It would be for magic, though. You have to specify that. He holds them out. He's like, this will work, unless you're looking for something else. You look
Is-
them over, and they're not going to do what you think they're going to do.
These are not the same thing my master would use. They could sense or see auras and if there's soul in something and things
Magic
like that.
identifying goggles?
Uh, yes, I guess so. Yes.
His eyes are gonna narrow at you. Are you all the cops?
Let's a cop.
No.
He's gonna throw down a flask in between all of you. And a pseudoscience sort of zone of truth is gonna pop up and he's gonna look at all of you. Are you a part of the city?
Let's a cop.
No, we're outsiders. Me and him are slayers, and these are the people we've been dragging along with us.
He's looking through the rest of you. He wants an answer from all of you.
Holding hand up.
Oh.
I am not a guard.
You're wasting our time. Just shut up and sell.
Let's a cop.
I'm not a guard or anything like that. I just looking for some things I forgot to take with me.
Satisfied, he waves it away and then he pulls up a thing. This will be a copper piece.
One of these?
Then she produces a copper piece.
Yes. He takes it and then gives you the goggles.
Is it magical or something?
No, but it can identify magical things, and you know how upset they get about that shit?
That's fair. Do you have anything that lets people talk far away?
You mean like a sending stone?
I guess.
Or like the mechanical variant on radio?
Both. Fuck
I
it.
got radios, what do you want?
I want something that will let me and my companions talk.
How many? Because you need at least 2 to be able to talk back and forth.
All of us plus 1. So 6.
That's going to be quite pricey, lad.
Well, I need a price to aim for.
He rubs his chin, eyes squint. I'd say altogether that's probably going to cost you at least a bronze piece.
Nod my head along with that, like, sounds about right. Well, we know something we can work towards if we get some coin. Look to the others. Be easier to explore whenever we can all talk to each other and ask things.
Do any of the other ones of you want anything?
He's already started reading the book. He's
Fenris
just going,
won't.
nope.
Didn't someone recommend you come to them for a blow dart?
Yeah, I don't want a blow dart now. I have a hand crossbow.
How much do the goggles weigh?
I'm going to say about, for your size, it would only be £1.
Okay.
Do you have any of the parcels that cling to a bolt?
Fucking what?
It's a canister for sending stuff away.
Dwayne's gonna look up from his book at that point. Ah, he's not skilled enough to make that for you. I'll do it, don't worry.
Whack!
Materials.
Above game, this would be so that I can cast
I know, but like you
Sanctuary
still
at
need to
distance.
you still need to be able to tell him what you want in character.
Okay.
It's a canister that goes on the end of a bolt so that I can send ingredients and substances and potions
That
a
sounds
bit
more
of
like
way.
a grenade. Having something at the end of a bow would be much too small for that sort of impact. You want a grenade, hand thrown.
Can I roll intelligence to kind of figure out if Dwayne would understand what he wants? She wants?
Sure.
Because
Might be
I
able
get
to
what.
use
No,
a sling
never mind.
to sling it. If you can't throw it.
Ooh, yes, exactly. A sling would be very good for this. You have a sling, right?
Could get
Me?
one.
No.
What
I
was
really
that?
feel like we're gonna get her a sling staff like a kender.
What did you say, Blue?
I do not have a sling.
So what you're gonna need, since you don't have one, is you're gonna need a sling, and then you're gonna need these. And he holds up things that are about the size of like large marbles. You know that dice I sent you guys?
Yeah.
That size. But for him, I don't. Bigger than a D20.
Striker marble, like the big fat marbles.
Pool cue sized. Almost.
Yeah, I guess.
Pull cue, so he a whole stick, Raph? Or do you mean cue ball size?
Cue ball. Fuck off.
He's like he basically like he shows you how to open it, how to put the thing in it, and then he says on impact it'll open.
How much?
Well,
Do I
how
need to
many are you
give you?
wanting?
Guess I don't need that many. Maybe 5. Are they fair light?
Yeah, they're about like they're about the same size and weight as a potion, so 0.5.
How much for me to take 5 of them?
Well, that'd be about a silver piece each. So if you want 5, it'd be 5 silver pieces.
I hand over 5.
And he gives you
Silver.
5 of the little contraptions. Also, with that intelligence roll, Dwayne, you have no fucking idea.
No, not a clue.
And
That
how
was why I
much?
didn't speak up.
And for
How
the sling, he's
much?
just giving it to you as like, thanks for being my customer, because he has
Okay.
plenty.
I'm calling it a sending sling. What is the sling weigh? 1 pound.
No, probably less. It's negligible. Don't worry about it.
It's a
Okay.
piece of leather.
It's a piece of leather, and you're really small.
Okay.
As I would call it, but people would laugh at it. A leather thong.
I looked it up out of curiosity because it's a ranged one. It doesn't actually even have a weight.
That's what I'm saying. It's negligible.
That's great.
Anything else?
Think I'm done taking things.
Good luck then to all of you. He starts like like this tiny gnome with like these big burly arms. It's just and the fucking staticky hair is now trying to like get you all to leave.
Leaving.
Bye.
He loses his hand in my fluff.
Well, if he touches you, you would feel a very nasty shock.
Eventually, we get zapped out of the store.
Also, it's a gnome and you're a wolf. It would lose its arm up to the elbow, to the shoulder anyway, even without your hair all staticky.
And now that you guys are outside, you feel still electrified, which is concerning.
I lean over and try to zap Fenris.
You zap Fenris. Fenris. You feel a nasty shock. Does no damage, but you watch as Wilk's hair drops.
Zap him back.
Okay, he's transferred it back to you, hun. You are now staticky, and he is not.
We're gonna be doing this for a while.
I touch Dwayne.
Touch Dwayne. Dwayne, you
I'm gonna
feel
do
a
it.
nasty shock.
I'm gonna do it sneakily though.
And your hair, which you don't have the stuff to keep putting up into the mohawk, is back into mohawk stance.
He's gonna kind of freeze with the book in his hand. Eye twitches. Which one of you did that?
Just Fenris and Wilk zapping each other back and forth in spazzy motions at this point.
So as Fenris receives the shock, at one point he's just going to reach out and send it to a random person.
Well, I mean, Oswald is still fluffy as well. It's great. Random
Yeah.
person, huh?
Yep, random person.
Okay. Roll me a luck die.
Oh, this can only end poorly. 13.
Grab a bear by the shoulder. The bear turns around, his fur now standing on end, and growls at you like, "Really?" He's now trying to like pat himself down as he's walking away. It's not working.
What are you all doing?
Just the slightest smirk on Wilk's face.
Oswald
I am
has still not
surrounded by
realized.
children.
Oswald has still not realized what happened. So he's just like, "What are you all doing?"
Looks like a fluffy ass bird.
We're casting magic. Oswald, you have a magical spell. You can poke someone and electrocute them very mildly.
Before he's done talking, I poke him.
Well, now he's the fluffy one, and you feel your feathers all fall back into place.
Ow.
Zap.
Ow.
You zap. Oh Jesus. So as you guys are sitting there having fun zapping each other, the sun finally hits that point where the city lights all start to flicker on at once.
We should probably get back. It's getting late.
Right. Will one of you carry me?
All right, come on.
Thank you. He's just gonna like lift his arms up a little, as if to be carried like a child, as he's still reading his book.
He is going to start picking him up like a child and then throw him over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
All right,
So long as I can read his book, he doesn't mind.
it's good. Guys, another solid like 45 minutes to get home. Well, to the bar. You guys do anything specific while you're going back?
Reading.
I'll keep a lookout just in case this Raphael character is still following us.
You don't see anything, but you can roll perception.
It's mostly for flavor paranoia.
You're paranoid, and the paranoia, every time you see any sort of purple, you're like, ah! And then it's not him.
Fenris is going to just ever so quietly poke him in the shoulder from time to time while he's not paying attention.
Can you guys see? I'm curious.
I can see it, but not everything.
I know there's lighting and shit, but everyone else can see. I don't remember if I updated this to the new lighting system or not.
I can
Looks
see.
good.
It's working.
The NPCs have avatars.
No,
Just
I
stickers.
fixed it.
That's cool.
I see a
That
sticker of a
frog is
kobold.
haunting.
What
that frog
frog
right
are
there?
you talking about?
That one right there, that is haunting. That is hypno code.
Oh. I was looking at this dragonborn over here like, that's racist to call him a frog, and then I scrolled up and went, oh.
Also, Fenris is here twice.
He is? Shit.
I don't see much, like,
Oh,
this is
so
as
he-
far down
Ah,
as my screen goes.
the,
There we go.
The Honorable Lord Pepe. How nice to see you again.
What's wrong, Fenris?
Oh, it's just that I can't see past this point.
I don't know how to fix that because it's all good. You might have to refresh.
I don't care.
I checked your sheet. Everything's good.
It's just the street. I don't need to see the
I'm gonna
street.
put the kobold in his room.
I'm
Fenris. Be a pal and just set me down on a chair somewhere and fetch me a drink, would you?
You might feel a little pinching feeling, but I want to try something.
Ah, yes, that thing we agreed on.
Yes.
Yes, just set me down first.
Fenris
Feel a
is
little
going
bit
to
feeling
set him
dipped a
down
dagger.
on on this bar stool here. He's going to dip a claw in the drunk potion and jab him with it.
Oh, okay. Roll me strength.
Would this be an unarmed strike? Actually, yeah,
It's just
I
strength.
okay.
Not you striking someone. This is you trying to pierce someone.
That one.
Oh no, you actually scrape your cubicle.
I'm just gonna say a chain reaction of things happens. You go towards him with this bottle out, right? One,
Sure. Okay.
because it's on your paw, and then you have the bottle as well. And as you're stepping forwards towards him to poke him with this, right? You trip,
Okay.
and now the gnome is underneath your heavy body,
Nope.
and glass shatters,
Nope.
which means that the glass shards, you catching yourself and all that other shit, you get it in your bloodstream. You are now horrifyingly drunk, and so is he, as it now gets into his eyes because he's like, we're just gonna say the stuff like seeped along the floor and got into his eyes, and he's
My
now
my
both
poison resistance doesn't
smashed.
help with this, does it?
That is going to burn like hell.
Your
Well, you
eye
just
is on
got-
fire, but you're also like so smashed. You've never been this smashed in your life.
You just got distilled essence of Everclear sprayed in your eyes along with glass.
Oh, good lord.
Well,
That is like 500% alcohol.
I suppose he's just crumpled in this corner, drunk as hell and bleeding.
You're not bleeding.
I'm kind of
He missed
bleeding.
the whole thing. He's bleeding.
Oh, that's fine then. He's just drunk as hell. Cuddled into
Oh.
his book.
Drunk as hell.
There goes the learning I have
Frederick
planned
is
for
just
tonight.
like eyebrow raised, watching as you guys like drunkenly pull yourselves off the floor. Welcome back.
Hi.
I've never been here before.
Yes, you have.
I'd like dinner,
Yeah.
please.
What would you like?
A steak, a baked potato, and maybe some bacon.
Sure. You okay, son?
Just hungry.
Does anyone else want
Uh.
anything before I go back?
I'll have what he's having.
Right. What about you, Bird?
I think I'll have some of that too.
And
I'll
no,
have what he's having.
All right.
He speaks perfect drunkese.
Manages to scrag himself back up onto the stool that he was crushed against.
Fenris
Dick.
looks at Fenris looks at Oswald. I'll have what he's having.
Okay.
Okay.
Wilk, I
Alright.
think Fenris is dying.
Probably.
You looking around while you're up there, hun?
Yeah, after I've ordered my food, I'll gaze out amongst the people.
You see, there's a collection of Kindred tonight. There seems to be some sort of conglomeration between Lizard Kindred and Kobolds over here in the corner. There's some Dragonborn here. Otherwise, it's all Kindred. And dwarves over there, but we don't talk about dwarves. There is one thing that stands out. There's a very well-dressed rat or mouse Kindred sitting alone at this table.
Tell me whenever dinner's here, I'll call to the others. I see a rat.
As he's walking away, Frederick returns. He serves you guys.
I had too much to drink.
I noticed, son.
Fix me.
Oswald, are you gonna tell him that his dinner's here?
I look over at Fenris. He got a bunch of like glass shards in the chest, right?
No, in his hand.
Oh, in his hand. Okay, I thought he just like fell on a bunch of glass. Fenris, your food's here.
Yes,
gasp
I
that.
see.
They don't care.
Apparently none of your friends paid attention to you. You walk
Nope.
over and sit down across the table from
Alright, so
them.
tell me what's happening.
Yeah, I walked away and I asked you lot to tell me whenever the food was here.
Oh, okay, sorry. I had to go help with something real quick. Well, the food's here.
By then, I'm guessing I would have been halfway to the table, right?
Yes.
Alright. I'll turn back around. Nod a thanks. How much?
Oh, your tab still covers it for now.
Good. Now grab my plate and continue my
Frederick,
way.
Yes.
help.
Gonna help you, sir.
Sober me, please.
We don't really got much for that, and I'm not one of those magically inclined folk.
From
So
what I
the
understand,
best advice I can give you is lots of water, and he points to the cup he served you, which is filled to the brim with water.
He is chugging it.
Lots of food. He points to the food he served you.
He
And
is
then
still finishing his
it
water.
off.
from what I
Thumbs
understand, one of
up.
the primary purposes of this establishment is to make people drunk. So I don't think they would have things to undrunk people. He then turns and casually swallows the whole potato.
Nice.
Where's Little Alchemist?
Yeah, what are you doing up there?
I am putting my plants onto this table here and making sure they're all taken care of before I head back down.
Okay.
So that's done.
Alright. You keep the fire plant and the ice plant away from each other, and you're just like, yes, this is good.
Pretty much. Maybe I put a little barrier between them to keep the heat from getting to them.
And as he says, where is the alchemist? There she is.
Help.
Hey,
Undrunk me.
what happened?
Potion works. Poison works. Undrunk me.
Why'd you drink it?
Didn't mean to. Holds up fucking stab to shit hand.
With a knife, you can tell he's fucking drunk. You patch up his hand, you wrap it up in with bandages and shit like that. But as for the drunk part, you're like, I don't fucking know what I'm supposed to do. Water, food, rest.
You're playing with a very strong potion that I don't think I can really do much for you about that.
Proceeds to hide antitoxins.
Shit.
What happened to him?
Same thing. Stand
Stand
up.
Very meh.
Acrobatics, sir.
Oh, I can't help him.
Well,
Just, you think you're drunk and that's it.
Wow.
acrobatics.
Not one in medicine. He's totally faking it.
Acrobatics 14.
14, you're staying on your feet at least, but you're swaying heavily.
Will help.
Just sitting there, placing my foot like, is this seat taken? Fenris, Wilk, help!
The mouse is now
Well.
looking at the two of you, concerned.
I just look at Fenris, I reach up to one of my slotted potions, the antitoxin, and I hand him that one and replace it with one of the extra 2 that I had. Drink this after you get the shards out of your hand, you idiot.
Oh, he got cards out.
Okay, drink this.
Drink.
Antitoxin. Gets rid of all inner poisons.
All right, sir. So as you drink this, your stomach gurgles, and then you're like, "Oh no."
Thank you, Will.
You're
And
welcome.
there's a bathroom up in the rooms, right?
Oh yeah.
Then that's where he's going.
First thing that happens is you basically expel everything in your stomachs once you're there,
Okay.
and then everything else comes out the other end. It is a purge. It is a full purge.
Okay. Oh, so I'm in the right room, right? I kind of forgot the orders of the room.
I
Okay.
think you're here.
Where? What? One room up?
We all
You're
hope
one
he's
room
in
up,
the right
yeah.
room.
You're one
Okay.
room up.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
My room's the second one from the bottom.
What? Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
No, that is then the one across from. Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
You're good. Sorry.
Yeah. Yep, so Fenris is taking care of business.
Mark your rooms.
I will do that next time. Jesus.
So the lady mouse just kind of like sits there, eats a grape, and then just like arches an eyebrow. Why are you joining me?
You look like someone that I might be able to get information from.
What is it because of my heritage?
I quirk her brow. Yes.
What are you looking for?
Just the
You
most
racist or something? Yes. Okay.
It's like, okay, that's fair. Looking to know about a fella named Raphael. What do you know about him?
What about him?
Well, seems nice. Rough around the edges if he catches you doing something. I want to know about him, and I want to know where he might get some of his own information sources.
Well, what are you paying?
What do you need?
What are you paying?
I'll slide a copper.
No. She slides the copper back. Information for information.
I'll nod my head. And here I was trying to be not stereotypical, but the joking grin. Right.
Her eyes narrow at that. She's like, "You're not good at jokes. I wouldn't keep doing that."
I know I'm not. It comes with the... A long story. Right, information for information. When I tap my chin, I got some juicy stuff. What do you know about the Child of Elmthera?
I mean, been taken hostage.
Yes, and you know that's in the city.
Oh yeah.
Do you know that they say that the elves have hired a group of individuals to try to obtain it?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tell me more.
And I'll lean in a little bit. Information for information.
Yeah. Tell me what you have, and I'll tell you what that earns you. About this person named Raphael.
The elvish leaders have hired a group of individuals. They say there might even be a couple of slayers amongst them to infiltrate the city and look for the Child of Elmthera. As much information as they can get, even. On top of it, they say it's a king's ransom for whoever brings the child back. Dealt with, they say, the leader of the elves themselves in person, not offhand.
Well, the king's ransom is already known, considering the fact that who wouldn't get paid at a king's ransom if it got returned? But that'll get you a... He works for the Undercity and Luna.
Not in my head. This Undercity. Is there anything else you can tell me about it?
It's run by the Queen of the Undercity.
How do most people get there?
The same way most roguish types get there. The sewers.
Not in my head. I'm guessing that's as much free as I'm gonna get about that, isn't it?
Oh, that's completely... That's paying for your thing, and that's all you're getting from me today. Unless you have any more information like names.
I'll shake my head for now. Hopefully more later then. Pay
She
for
waves
your
you
meal.
off. What?
Pay for your meal.
Already paid for it.
Next meal then. And I'll stand with my plate. She did wake me off after all.
On a higher plane of existence, Oswald is pounding the table. Sewer rats! Sewer rats!
Oh no! Now I'll sit down and start enjoying my meal.
I do want to ask a question about the food here.
Yes.
Is it like standard American roadside diner good, or is it like, steakhouse that you almost regret shopping at because it's so fucking expensive good?
So, you know those hole in the walls that are surprisingly good, but are like super mysterious and no one ever knows how the fuck they get in, and are surprised when they do randomly get in to be able to eat there, and it's always a life-changing experience?
The one where you sit down, there's 3 people, but 40 seats, and you're like, why the fuck is no one else here?
It's actually smaller, but like the
Smaller?
food is life-changing that you always check to see if you can eat there, and it's never open.
Okay. Too bad it's utterly wasted on Oswald as he turns to you talking with a beak full of the entire steak. Where'd you go?
I was trying to get some information. Got a couple tidbits that might help.
Blue, what did you order?
I think she's gonna order. Oh, I'll just order.
I'll have just the vegetable melody for now. I'm not feeling too hungry.
What was that? A vegetable melody?
Yeah,
Medley.
Salad.
medley.
Oh, a vegetable. Okay, salad. He nods and he'll actually serve you like a really crisp salad. Has even a few sliced mangoes on top and a very sweet, sort of light dressing.
Thank you.
So, what did you find, Wilk?
Who's asking me that?
Me.
Oswald.
Sorry,
Okay.
my voice got all scratchy for some reason. What did you find out?
About that Raphael character. No, we already know that he works for La Luna. He also works with a queen of the Undercity and has several contacts down there that think we might be able to learn a few things about the child.
The Queen of the
Locations.
Undercity? Where's she?
The sewers.
What's in the sewers?
The Queen of the Undercity.
I'm trying to get as dumb of a response as the Undercity is ruled by the Queen of the Undercity. I'm basically saying, where does the Queen of the Undercity rule? The Undercity.
I know, and he knows that, but he's just giving you word. And he's like, it seems like a good place to figure out. If we can make our way down there, we might be able to get a little bit more information on our main goal as well. Assuming La Luna can't help. Or at the very least, if we're a little impatient.
I mean, even if Luna can help, there's no point. There's nothing wrong with getting help from 2 people at once.
True.
By the way, Fenris ran upstairs really quickly. Is he okay?
I gave him an antitoxin. Apparently this one's more common practice medicinal.
Okay.
As soon as he hears antitoxin, he's gonna be like, Dwayne's gonna be waving his hand like,
Dexterity check to not fall off your stool.
Fenris, it was amazing how quick it was over. You're not sure if you'll ever be the same again. You can go back downstairs.
Come on, ice cream.
You are sober as fuck.
ice cream.
You look thinner, Wilk. Fenris, you look thinner.
Are you hitting on me?
No. You look thinner. Everything okay?
Yeah.
Alluding to the massive cannon shot you shot into the toilet upstairs. Did we hear that? Did we hear?
And tonight, so
Well, what do I roll for toilet jamming?
you're fine.
Constitution saving
It
throw.
was
Yeah,
like a
true.
gun, and everything came out at once in like a matter of seconds. You feel like you need to limp, but you're forcing yourself not to limp.
Hmm.
That's the scale of that shit.
Alright.
He shot a hole in the back of the toilet.
Wilk, warning. Those are not useful in combat.
Well, I mean, depends on how poisoned you are. You were very poisoned.
I was very drunk.
You were very drunk.
Right.
Oh, man. Oh. He screams at Fenris.
And then you slump backwards and you just forget what you were screaming about because you've got that book in front of you, but the words are swimming. And it's kind of nice swimming. It's kind of a nice sort of swimming on the pages, and you just kind of like get captivated by the swimming words on the pages, and it's just
Who
like,
knows?
damn, dude.
Some of the best inventors and authors were fucked up when they had their best ideas.
It just takes it back to red versus blue. Why is nobody helping?
Why are there 6 pedals if there's only 4 directions?
Oh my god, it's a blue spider! Where?
Help me, please.
Oh god.
By God, it would have been better if a lot of people played blue characters in this. Like a blue kobold, for example. Hey, I'm gonna finish my meal and resist the urge to gamble, and Wilk's gonna go to his room to try to work on a small
Are you even
dosage
gonna
potion.
check the table?
My table?
No, the table.
Like I said,
He's too scared.
So Fenris is going to just squeeze in here and eat from his plate that is
Alright.
directly in front of Blue.
Still
Still.
has a salad there now. She's shoved your plate off to the side.
Oh. He is eating from his plate.
Alright.
What's it look like?
Pristine.
Good night, Bob.
Good night,
Drunkard
Bob.
is not over here, by the way. And the same 2 people who are now eyeballing you are still here.
The elf, no. I just look at it. They know. They look at me and they know. I look at the drunkard. Does the drunkard look different?
Well, yeah, he slumped against the fucking...
Well, besides that.
No.
Oh, God. They only wake him to cast mending on the pool table. No, that's my head theory now.
But yeah, the food table is pristine.
You two don't get a lot of players in here very much, do you?
Oh, we do, but this is not the gambling night. The gambling night is on Sundays.
What day is
The
it?
Lord's Day.
Monday.
Oh.
When you came in last night, it was... They saw the people here and decided not to come in, so, you know, next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Escape. Gonna go to my room, and I'm gonna like take care of the plants properly, proper lighting and all that. But what I
Yeah.
want to do is I'm gonna try to get a little bit of its root for a small dose that I can then try to use my alchemist supplies to make a resistance potion without it making me drunk.
But you have the drunk root. What are you using to try to make a resistance potion?
A small dose of drunk root, and another thing that works well as a sobering mechanic, the coffee.
Ah, that's smart. So roll me your alchemist tools.
Alright, I think this would be the proper heat for this. And 12.
With a 12, you burn the entirety of the piece of the root, as well as the coffee is completely gone now. But you have something you think might cure a hangover, or it might make someone sober. Might. It also might make them more drunk. You're not sure.
It's either a Four Loco or it's a...
It's like it would be hyper drunk instead of calm drunk, though.
Yeah, to pour some more coffee and make another attempt.
Sure, if it
He's
would
just-
work. You don't know what it'll do.
He's
You're
just made a
not
Jaeger
sure.
bomb.
Well, I'm looking at my burnt ingredients and going,
I just meant you use the stuff.
okay then. I'm looking at it,
Come here, Gnome.
and I'm going to disrobe in my entirety, except for my undergarments. Lock my stuff up in the chest. I'm going to lock the door and put the chest in the pillowcase to where I'd have to remember where it was. And I'm going to go to myself. There's only one way to truly test this. I'm going to drink it and lay it on my bed.
So you drink it, and it takes a second for the effects to kick in as you are now the drunkest you have ever been in your fucking life. But also, you are so hyper you're vibrating, and you can't sit still. You have to lift something, you have to throw something, you have to move.
I start lifting the heavy-ass chest now that has all my weight in it, so it's like 100 pounds of shit now. I'm just
Dexterity.
like...
Disadvantage since you're drunk.
Caveman potion.
With a 13, you fall over with the chest on your chest. You wheeze because you take pain. It's painful, and also it drew the breath from you. You roll over, throw the like you shove the chest over, roll over, try to get up, fall, try to get up again. Acrobatics.
Can we hear this?
It's a quiet room, if you recall.
You know,
Not
you manage to
less
shakily get to your feet, and then you feel the unending urge to run. You have to run.
I try.
Your legs need.
As I get the zoomies, I realize by this point, as I am drunk because I overdid it, I don't know where the key is and I can't open the door. So, have you ever seen people try to rescue a cat from a pit?
Intelligence at disadvantage. Let's see if you find your key.
Nat 1!
Ah, damn.
I've never been happy to Nat 1 before.
You can't find your key, and then you get so upset you beat the door down with your chest and are free.
Don't I need to make a strength for that?
No, you have the zoomies. Go. You are free.
And naked.
I have undergarments.
If you're on these, you now feel the need to streak through everywhere. So you can see it. See an underwear only Wilk literally running all over the fucking place. And after about at least 2 minutes of you running like a fucking bat out of hell, your stomach gurgles. You need to go to the bathroom.
Did anyone else see that?
The door is broken, by the way.
Fenris
I
is
put it up
laughing.
horizontally. Because I'm in a hurry.
Fenris is laughing.
You guys hear pained groans coming from upstairs.
Fenris is confused.
Blue, you don't like the sounds and smells coming out of that room.
Are you okay in there? Oh God!
You can't help it. All you can do is let him get through it.
Gondor calls for aid.
It's like his. You shit it out. It takes about 5 seconds, and it's so horrendously quick that you feel like you're gonna limp for the next day. But you know you're gonna force yourself not to. But you were sober. Congratulations. You kinda had something work properly.
Less heat next time, and less root. More coffee. Go over. Pull the door off the wall. That's sideways. I look at it. How did I get it to even stick that way? put it put it back to vertical, like put the latches back in. I shut the door, and I curl up into a little ball on the bed. Better luck tomorrow.
You're a kind of rowdy lot, aren't you? Frederick says.
I've never seen him go that fast in my life.
Lovely.
It's kind of lively here tonight too, isn't it?
I've not seen that either.
I mean, he went almost that fast when he tripped and fell off that cliff, but that was only for a few seconds.
Yeah, quick drop, sudden stop.
He thought it was a really tall cliff, but it was like 2 feet.
What would you guys like to do for the rest of the evening?
I'm gonna.
Oh, Karen.
I got tired just from watching that, so good night.
Is there anything else interesting or notable going on about the room?
Just lots of folks talking to each other.
Oh.
Like I said before, the kobold slash lizard kindred sort of meeting over here is a little interesting, but
I'm gonna flick my ear over to that direction of the room.
you hear muffled talking from the distance that is drowned out by other people.
Can I pick up any intelligible conversations at all throughout the entire room?
Nah, but you do see a kobold throw something at one of the lizard kindred eventually, and then the lizard kindred yelled back at him, and then there was like other yelling, and then they went back to just talking. This was more meant for Red, to be honest, but he didn't make it.
It's way loud in here tonight. Lots of people.
Yeah, it's Monday nights.
I might talk to people.
Good luck.
Dwayne's just gonna slam his fist down on the table. Counter. Look at the barman and just stick up 2 fingers.
What do you need?
Dude, no drink.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
No. Hey. He says as his head is bobbing around.
Fenris. He's looking at Fenris now. What is he saying?
I want 2 drinks.
I don't think it's possible for me to give you drinks right now, sir.
He's gonna just grab a handful of gold, he has no idea how much, and just splash it on the bench. Counter. No, man.
Potentially could kill you if I give you more, so no, sir. He's slowly sliding your gold back to you. A
Gonna use
gold wouldn't
both
pay
hands.
for anything.
He's gonna use both hands to push it back.
Sure!
All right.
Dexterity at disadvantage.
18.
Try to push it back, but he's larger than you.
By quite a bit.
Alright. I'm just gonna pocket up his gold in a separate pouch. Alright, you're going to bed. You're going to bed.
No.
You're going to bed. You're going.
Yeah.
He is picking him up and trying to bring him to bed.
He is very, very lazily trying to fight it.
Yeah, but he can't really, so...
No.
It's more along the lines of, like, weakly slapping at you, but at the same time slapping at what is actually not you, because what he sees as you is not you.
Okay.
He sees 10 of you.
Dude, I don't even know which room is his.
Second from the top.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, Fenris is just gonna drag him upstairs and drop him onto his bed. Close the door.
You people did this to him. Not one of you tried to help.
I
two
don't
got
know what
sober.
I don't know what the fuck's going on half the times. Don't you try and blame me.
Those 2 folks got sober. Oh no, let the gnome die.
Alright, Blue, trying to talk to it, why?
She's just being friendly and asking What is there? What's on this table here? Is this pie?
That's a pie. It's a half-eaten pie.
Are you guys eating this right now?
One of the blue dragonborn reaches over, grabs the pie, and shoves the rest of it in his mouth.
Okay.
What?
Okay. This place is amazing, isn't it?
Grumbles.
Not so friendly. Okay, bye bye.
You come across a intense discussion between two different bird kindred. They both notice you and stop talking at once and just stare.
Hey, how you doing?
One of them, like, slowly, like, pushes his mug to block your view from his face.
You're very friendly.
Dejected, she's gonna go to her bed.
Okay. I apologize. You decided to pick conversations with, like, the grumpy bitches.
Everyone seems so unfriendly here.
What are you doing?
At least he didn't get stuck with the turtle.
Sorry, who?
Alright, didn't know that was your room.
I
I'm
don't
trying
know
to
which room was
figure out-
mine at all.
Oh,
I think it was
Jesus.
this room.
You guys need to fucking work your rooms.
I know my room. It's the one right in front of the stairs.
Alright. What are you doing, Fenris?
I'm just gonna go to my room.
The last open room, which is right below you.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys have a pleasant night in a warm bed. At least those of you whose asses aren't sore. The next morning rises. Well, the sun rises the next morning. And you guys are awoken eventually just by the soft ambient noises of the city outside coming to life.
I'm assuming I have one hell of a hangover.
Oh, fuck.
I collect my plants.
Slowly dragging himself back downstairs.
I do plant care and leave it here for now since I plan to return soon.
Grumble, grumble, mumble, mumble.
You know, I should probably mark this because sleeping in that bed, Oswald would have just left a giant red smear in there from his makeup. Everything is just covered in red powder in his room.
The worst tenants.
He'll clean it up. He's gonna go back and sleep in that bed again tonight. So why bother cleaning it?
Ignore that. That nat one death save. Although it certainly feels like he needs it.
Are you okay, Wilk?
I'm fine. Just about to bother this fella.
You were running around really fast last night.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were. You were
Did
in
you
your
think?
underwear and you ran all over the place. You ran into the kitchen and Frederick had to throw you out.
I don't know about that. Must have been a trick.
He's just just looking at you, blinking, and goes back to sit down. It doesn't matter how much you deceive him. He's just too dumb to know. Alright, let's see. Insight. Wow. I
There you
only
go.
roll good when it doesn't fucking matter.
Start with Wilk. What are you doing?
Excuse me, sir. Or ma'am. I can't tell. Is that a sir or ma'am icon?
Which one are you saying?
At this point, I know no matter what I say, you're gonna pick the opposite. I'm terrified. Can I insight to see before I walk up?
Sure. What do you think it is for the first place?
I thought it was a man at first.
No. Species.
Turtle.
With the 21, you don't fucking know because they don't show any differences ever racially.
Right, then I should just do this the wise way. Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for some folk tales or local legends on a couple of things. Could you help?
Emelroth legends?
More like world-based.
Well, it depends on the region.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know the region, but I might lay out a few names, and if you know anything on it, any information would be helpful. If not, thank you for your time anyway.
Do you have a story to trade?
I have something like it, yeah. A good one.
Well,
You'll like it.
looking for-
I lean on the counter, and I have a couple of names from interesting contracts, some that my friend took a note of whenever we were in the adventuring guild. Do you know anything about a sphinx?
Oh, the people from the desert.
Ah, yes.
Where a Kokra also live.
The one the creator goes towards, I hear?
Yes. Sphinx are people that come from there.
Nod my head.
They have this weird fixation on riddles, but they're like us, animal-like, but with 4 legs instead of just the 2.
Nod my head.
They also fly. It's quite amazing.
Good to know, good to know. Potentially airborne people. Like riddles. They like stories.
I wouldn't know. I just know they like the riddles. They get pretty pissy if you cheat on answering the riddles, but they don't like people posing riddles to them. They like people answering their riddles.
Okay. And do they get a good reception in the town?
Well, no one's ever really seen anyone around here.
I'll mark that as a no then, until further notice. Thank you. Do you know anything about Southeast?
Hey now.
Right.
Your turn.
Do you know about a town to the southwest?
Maybe.
Right. Well, they say a group of travelers, humans, teleported in, but the teleportation went wrong. I know this because I spoke to people who experienced it, had a job there. Well, they decided to make their town in the area and do their best to survive, while they went and angered the courts in the region. Me and my companions, I'm Wilk, that's Oswald, the vulture over there, and Fenris, went on a small adventure to deal with the problems there to see what's going on. In our little adventure, we came across the scene of a battle. In that scene of a battle, we encountered a tiny bear cub and inspected the cave. The cave showed signs of intelligence from a dire bear that may have lived there. In fact, it showed reverence to bear itself. On top of it, I could smell gunpowder and even man in the air. On our way to the human village, and I'll continue on like this, or do you want me to try to relay the whole thing?
You forgot one thing where that was a bear village that the humans massacred.
Yes, I was going to get to that, don't worry.
Oh, but as long as you tell the whole thing, I'll just check in with someone else. What are you doing, Blue?
This place is amazing, isn't it?
I've
The
been talking to the
the female kindred just smiles at you and nods.
You should do-
You have to get close to the mic. What?
What brings you to the city?
I
You
hear
cut
you
out
say-
there.
I
Oh.
live here.
Oh, you've always lived here? Never in the woods?
I always lived here.
So you know everything about the city, don't you?
No.
Oh, oh. Well, what's your favorite spot?
This spot.
Yeah, this is pretty great.
Can I help you with something?
Gotta be friendly and meet people. It's kind of scary being from the woods and coming here.
I bet. I'm sorry, we're just having an important conversation here. Do you mind?
What are you guys talking about?
What? What'd you say?
What are you guys talking about?
Important things.
Like?
So
good
the
God.
female down here is gonna like start stepping up. It's like, private matter, miss. Please.
Okay. Nobody's friendly here. Everybody's so mean.
Oswald, what are you doing?
You like me, Dwayne, right?
I'm ordering breakfast, or I'm having breakfast, I guess.
It's laid out for you fucks, cause you know.
He just grabs a glass of, I don't know, do they have orange juice here?
Yep.
And he just like tilts his head back and just pours the whole thing in his mouth.
Fenris,
Also eating.
there's coffee if you guys want.
Never again.
Gave me a headache.
And
Fenris is good for today.
what's that?
Fenris is good for today.
And then Dwayne.
The moment he sat down, he just started reading his book and wiring again. But when Blue come up and said, "You like me, right, Dwayne?" he didn't even lift his face from the book. Just reached out to one side and patted her on the head.
You are served a rather large thing, a large cup of coffee, as well as with the canister of coffee, Dwayne.
Just pushes it off to the side. He remembers what it did last time.
It'll help with that headache.
Yes, it might, but it will also bring a headache later. I remember. If you have any juice, I would like juice.
Gives you juice. Suit yourself.
I
Thank
drink
you.
the coffee and take the coffee canister.
Of course you do.
He's
He
gonna skip
asks
the
for the coffee canister back, though, if you try to leave the table with it. I still need that to serve others, you know.
This is a canister like has coffee in it, like sealed.
Yes and no. It's the one where you can just pour it.
It's the whole pitcher of coffee.
Oh.
It's your size.
Okay. Well, she's gonna take that and the mug and just sit there and drink it.
Eventually, you will vibrate like the moon. I guess back to you, Wilk.
And after the soul of the evil mayor was transferred over with the help of the Fae, Sugarfur still watches over the forest to this day.
Sugarfur?
Starfur.
Hey, yeah, you looking for some fine bears? You go talk to Sugarfur.
And even though the Bear Kindred are no longer there in their village, the humans there have shown to be respectful and kind to both the rules of the court and the territory of Bear's people.
That's a very nice story.
Thank you. May I ask another question?
So long as you have another story.
What can you tell me about Selkies or Kelpies?
Which one?
I suppose there's a difference.
I was wondering where you got this list, considering I only ever told you about the Sphinx. Tell you anything else?
I was with there at the board. I was catching an eye on the shit
Really?
that you're looking for.
Because I just remember me and Blue being the only ones walking up, but okay.
Oh, okay. I won't get any information for you then. Never mind.
I'm giving you shit. Go ahead.
Ah, it's too late. Oh, it's too late. You wanted to raise a...
You raised the meta shields, man.
Or do you want me to continue? Oswald, before I could tell you some awesome things to wrestle.
If you want to, you can continue.
I'll continue. Let's go with Selkies.
Selkies are what banshees were, at least. They're little air elementals that live in the home, take care of it, protect it. Usually pretty benign. I've never seen any make any fuss aside from those that try to harm the house they're protecting.
I suppose that's how they become the Banshee.
No, that's more like when they lose their house and the people and the families they're watching over.
I'm nodding my head along to that. Do you know any stories of Selkies yourself that you've encountered?
Just a few stories of when they've, a random, a poor wayward banshee being returned to Selkie State by being given a new home. The forest likes to take care.
I keep nodding along. Good spirits then, elementals.
Your turn.
And I nod along. Well, let me tell you the story about how we encountered, and I actually get quiet, a being that sapped the life from a village. I'm gonna go into the story of how we met our companions in session 1, and how I got my shit absolutely knocked out of me in like a single energy blast.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything while the minutes pass and they're telling stories back and forth?
Reading intently.
Voraciously swallowing breakfast food.
Blue. Yes?
Blue's feeling dejected. She's debating if the only nice person that was ever nice to her was Lamia back in the Alchemist Shop.
Oh, Frederick was nice to you, and your companions are.
Eh, he
Dwayne's
ignored
gonna
me.
Dwayne's gonna poke Blue. Would you like to learn something?
About.
About the wonders of this world. Electricity. Circuitry, they call it.
Her eyes cross.
Well, I'm waiting for an answer.
Sounds a bit advanced for me.
All right, go away then.
And he's gonna turn back to his book.
Anything for you, Blue?
No, Blue's just gonna wait for everyone to, for him to go.
All right. Fenris?
How much? Nope.
Muted if you think you're talking.
Demo.
The demo has left us.
So, Rav, how much longer does Wilk exchange stories with the turtle?
This would have been the last one, and then I'd come back over.
About how long did it take him to do it?
Half hour?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely. After 20 minutes, Oswald would have wandered out because. Oh wait, no, he doesn't know that either. Never mind. Wait, no, you did tell him about the sewers. Yeah, no, he's gonna go wander out trying to find any entrance into the sewers. He's looking around for holes in the ground.
Are you gonna take Blue with you? Because I'm gonna guess Blue's gonna follow you.
Hi, Blue. Blue.
Hey, Oswald.
Hey, I'm gonna go look for the sewers.
The what?
The sewers.
That doesn't sound great. It's gonna smell like Wilk did last night.
Wilk smelled? I don't know. Apparently there's things down there. There's some queen down there or something.
A queen, is she friendly, you think?
Well, she's a queen. Aren't queens usually friendly?
I guess I'll follow you.
They gotta be friendly if people listen to them, right?
That makes sense to me.
Oh,
We're gonna fucking
God.
die.
I'll get back to you, I guess. Fenris, are you back yet?
Yep.
What are you doing?
Sitting eating breakfast.
Okay. Wilk, continue.
I'll thank him for his time and his stories and his information. And that's after, of course, telling him like this is like the build up to our story, like, and that's whenever we went on our adventures to come here to Emelroth with our run-in with Untitled itself.
It's a weird story there. Sounded like an undead elf. Not sure they could sap a burned village of energy.
Something happened. It was very interesting. I'll tell you what. I'll trade more details on the story one day, and perhaps I can get some more stories from you.
Is that all you wanted?
For now, thank you.
Goodbye, Gadiri.
Is that a woman?
You don't fucking know.
I'll get 2 orders of coffee from my good friend Fenric. 1 to down and 1 to keep.
Okay.
And I'll look to Fenris and Dwayne and very simply say, which one of you misplaced the bird and the squirrel?
Ah, they went out. Door somewhere. Not sure where. Wasn't
Do you
listening.
know that you're supposed to pick up your badges today?
Yeah. We need to get our badges and get fully, properly equipped in a mission.
All right,
Money
would you
goes a long way.
would you do me a favor and carry me so I can continue reading? This will benefit us all in the long run.
Are you, Fenris?
Fenris mid-bite of scrambled eggs.
We're just gonna need to
Demo.
get a baby harvest harness.
Pretty much.
Harness.
Yeah.
Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm just ignoring you.
Jesus Christ.
That's a little bitchy.
You will not have a good day today. Be careful, it sounds and smells like it might rain.
Probably will.
Ah, rain never hurt anyone.
It does whenever it comes from silver-infested waters.
Ah, silver doesn't hurt anyone either.
Yes,
Unless
it
falls
does.
into a blade.
Come on, you two. Fenris, grab the
Uh,
gnome.
Shit.
Grabbing
that.
Gnome, carrying him like a sack of potatoes.
So a 6 investigation for this street.
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't mean to
well,
click it, but yeah.
This like they say mile-long section of street.
Uh huh.
You don't find shit.
You just
And if she's helping you, you still don't find shit.
you two come out to Oswald trying to pry up bricks from the road very unsuccessfully to the point where I'm sure even a guard is like, I don't need to bother.
Oswald, Blue.
Huh? Oh, I'm trying to find a sewer so we can go meet that queen.
We can find it later after we get some equipment. She probably doesn't
Aw.
want to be found if it's an underworld thing. Let's get our badges. We can probably pick up our Kobold friend's badge for him.
Okay.
Maybe we can get a couple of missions. I got something you might like.
Go.
You guys can just stay here so I can transfer.
I'll
Jesus
Stop moving.
God.
Stop moving.
along the way, Oswald, I'll info dump the Selkie thing and the Sphinx thing.
Are you
Okay.
doing a perception along the way?
Me?
No.
Can we call it soon here-ish?
Oh, do we need to call it now?
Not now, but soonish.
In like 15 minutes?
Oh, I was thinking like 20, 30, but yeah, 15 works.
Yeah, that's fine.
Be a pretty good 4-hour mark soon.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah.
I'm guessing you haven't slept lately? You're like falling asleep right now?
What time zone is he
Yeah.
in?
He works
Eastern
nights, I think,
Standard.
or morning.
He's in the same time zone as us. He's just stupid.
I work overnights, and then I'm too stubborn because I don't want to waste my days sleeping.
Yeah, I
So
get
he
it.
just
literally
like
goes a
8
long
days
time without sleep. Yeah.
My average amount of sleep per night is about 4 hours.
You need to stop
Jesus.
that.
That's normal
Alright,
for night shift.
guys. So, as you guys
That
are
sounds
heading this
unsettling.
way, and you guys are starting to understand the route at least, perception.
Perception. 23.
Damn.
Nice. Well, if no one else is rolling, with a 23, right around the mark of the X, you see a carriage rental.
Oswald distracted by word Sphinx.
Well, he's
Oswald is
distracted by
trying to-
you telling him about, like, Selkies.
Oswald is trying to dig up the road again.
Sorry, this is like a carriage hiring station.
Like, you can hire, like, a carriage to take you to your destination faster.
Oh, yeah. Fenris is gonna flag it down. Just be like, all right, everyone, hop on. And then tell them we're going to the Adventurers Guild.
It's going to cost you 5 gold pieces for the trip.
Easy enough. And
Are you
5
paying?
gold. Yeah.
Alright. The carriage takes off, and instead of taking about 3 hours to get to the Adventurers Guild, oh god, not again. To get to the Adventurers Guild, it takes you more like, I would say, about 20-minute ride.
And I'm not like mugged and have giant snake head I'm carrying for I don't even remember what reason stolen.
Pretty much. You guys arrive.
Whee!
Much better.
You guys do notice that
Oh, it's
there are no
fine.
horses in this world. So what was pulling your machine thing was actually a mechanical bull.
Dwayne didn't even look
Why
up
are there
from the
no
book.
horses?
There's no horses in this world, period. That's just
Why?
how it is. I don't know, dude. It's lore. I didn't add horses.
What do they use to make glue then?
Other hoofed creatures.
Horse kindred.
There are no horse
The
kindred.
Because they spent them
non-mechanical
all on
bulls.
making glue.
Non-mechanical bulls.
Why
That's all.
aren't there horses? Shay's like, fuck them, I hate horses.
Horses are terrible people, apparently.
There aren't horses because she knows if she publishes this module and there are horse kindred, then all the horny motherfuckers are gonna play
Oh
horses.
god, that's true.
Oh
Jesus
though.
god.
It's so true. Alright. So you guys make it and you dismount out of the carriage. Say goodbye to the carriage conductor and the mechanical bull.
What was the conductor's name?
Wilfred.
What was this bull's name?
Stop! Don't ask
Lanky.
the DM for random names for random
Iron
NPCs.
Hoof.
It's gonna kill her.
You know what? That's a really good name.
I'm really good at this shit, dude.
Did anyone pick up Dwayne?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Fenris did.
otherwise he was still there.
Fenris was potato sacking him. Don't worry.
He
Guys,
hasn't looked up from that book since gone.
despite the fact that you heard the clank clank of a fucking mechanical bull, all right, fine.
He is enthralled in this whole new world of
He's probably on the page about mechanical bulls at that point.
Anyway, you guys walk up the large and lengthy stairs to the Adventurers Guild. Behind the desk is not your green dragonborn friend this time. It looks to be a bird, a kindred of some sort, probably eagle.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. How may I help you?
We're here to pick up our badges.
Oh, names?
Group name Copper Claws.
Just a moment. He disappears behind the desk and into the back room. He does return eventually, and basically puts down what look to be badges. It was sort of a rush design, but we think we've got it pretty good. It's a circular sort of pendant made of metal. You're not sure what kind of metal, but there is a copper bird claw on it,
Then wouldn't it be
and a sort of
copper
like
talons?
nickel background
Oh god, it's a nickelback.
with bronzish sort of like ring, right? And on the back is it has copper claws and then the name of one of you. There's one for each of you.
I will take the one that says Oswald.
Of course you do.
Fancy.
I'm kidding.
I reached
Sorry,
to pick one
I'm
up, but I
very
just can't
tired.
stop.
What was that?
I reached to pick one up, but I just can't stop staring at the eagle.
Okay, you're staring at the eagle. He doesn't notice.
I do pick up the right one. I'm just very tired.
And to It was in character though. It was very
Sure.
much in character.
At the very bottom of the fucking thing, by the way, is your rank in a number 1. Every time you all rank up, we'll be updating these to show. The higher ranks you go, the better the discounts, the better everything. Now, make sure that when you're taking jobs, he points to the job board, you're looking for jobs with this ranking. Any higher, we won't allow you. You do need to come back over here to tell us which jobs you're taking. We'll mark them down, let them know they're being handled, and then you have your job.
Okay.
How long does it take
Um,
to rank up?
Depends on how many jobs and how well you do. Most people die.
I have a question.
Yes.
If we just happen to randomly come across something that is the target of a higher rank request and happen to deal with it, do we get in trouble or?
You'd get in trouble, but you would also get the reward. We don't like rewarding people for looking at the higher ranking jobs and then going out and finding them without actually telling us. It leads to more deaths. But if you accidentally come across a thing and kill it, and you know that it has a thing, tell us. Otherwise, don't.
If I find any weird things that seem like they'd have a bounty, I'll tell you, and you could tell me if they have a bounty. Okay.
No, don't do that.
Don't worry, I will.
You killing things on your own, you're killing things on your own. We're not paying for that.
Okay.
Right. Thanks for the amulets. Come on, let's see what jobs they have available.
Make sure you pin it on your badges or put it somewhere where you can get access to it when you're shopping.
Did somebody give Dwayne his button badge thing?
It is dropped onto your book, I'm assuming.
It's staying there.
It's a bookmarker now.
Yes.
So, are you guys going to look for jobs?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you see that the wall has some patches taken down. It is a Tuesday morning, and it looks like some people came through and took up a lot of jobs. There are a small amount of your ranking jobs left, though. If you would like me to read them off for you. Make sure someone writes this down.
Wilk, you're the leader.
It is
Everyone
job
writes
money.
this down. Alright.
You are the leader, I'm sorry.
Let's look at what we got.
So, you guys, I was just going to tell you what the job entails, and you tell me if you want to take it, and I'll give you more information. Alright?
Okay.
So, in the southern farming district, there has been disappearances. That needs to be looked into.
Spooky. I like it.
Yay or nay?
Does it say the reward on it?
I'll talk about that later. I haven't figured out what the rewards are going to be.
Okay. Reward on all of them, TBD.
Depends on how well you do and what it like. This is also one of those where it's like a mystery, so you're not sure. Like they're not sure how much they should have to pay you because they're not sure what's going on. If it's really easy, why pay you a lot?
Could
Every
be.
job we report is difficult.
Let's look for 2 others, and we'll pick the best of 3.
It
You can
could
take
be
up to
monsters,
3.
or it could be just people.
Could also be the court interfering.
Do they kidnap people?
I wouldn't put it past them.
I thought that was racism.
Don't mess with the court.
Yes, we heard you the first 35 times.
I'll look at another.
There's a village, not a really big one, on like sort of right outside the walls to the east, that has been reporting that there's been deaths, and they're not sure what's killing people. Basically, it's a small farming community outside the walls, and in the morning, there's a dead person just absolutely shredded with the field soaked in blood.
Oswald is vibrating.
And we'll look for one more contract that we can look at.
Well, I didn't know you were taking any of these yet. I'll give you more information.
Yeah, we're just gonna look at all of them because there could be one like, I'll pay you 5,000 copper to find my puppy.
There is a sewer rat slaughter mission.
Poop patrol!
Oswald practically screamed. He's just
Any more?
There is a missing dog and a missing cat. 2 separate ones.
What's the reward on them?
Not that great. And then there is a check the border of the woods. Do not go in, but if you see anything, to report back.
This to the east or yeah, to the no, to the west.
I
The
think
Forbidden Woods.
I think we already completed that one on accident.
Did we look? Wow, we looked at the entire border of the woods. I didn't realize we did that.
More or
We
less,
were so
got
thorough
it,
too.
We got it watched, and that's under watch.
Which 3 jobs would you guys like to take?
Banging fists on metaphorical table. Sewer rats! Sewer rats!
We'll take sewer rats.
Alright, so you guys are gonna get a bounty based on how many sewer rat carcasses you bring back.
Also, the farmers turning into blood. I'm interested in that.
I was also interested in that one.
Any people against the farmer's peril?
I'm
Nope.
for that one because I know Oswald desperately wants a sea monster.
Alright. For that one, hun, it is a small, like, nameless, because it has an established name. It's not established enough to have a name yet, so it's a little farming sort of village on the east side of town, just outside the gates, kind of in the plains. And you're supposed to seek the quote-unquote elder of the village.
Okay, and I'm gonna look at them and be like, nothing like a potentially safer mystery, the Southern Farming District. We couldn't get in through the gates there. This might be a way to help us get to the east, as well as further our... And I kind of take out our little badge, chances of getting to different districts.
Wait, that last mission, that was for the village to the east, like you just said, right? And not the southern farming district, right?
Yeah, the last
Yes.
one was for the
Okay.
east, and I'm
The one-
mentioning that we should also get the Southern Farming District disappearances.
That one is named Missing Villagers. And it's from the Southern Farming District if you guys are
That
taking
one.
it.
That one might also be a monster, or just people, and that's boring.
Either way, it's a little bit of extra change, and we can make our way through the districts easier, especially since we weren't allowed in that section before. I guess we'll take these.
Okay,
You bring them up to the desk.
go bring him, Mr. Guildmaster, or not Guildmaster. What would it be? Team leader?
Party leader.
You
Party
bring
leader.
it up to the guy. He stamps each one of them, nods, and then he hands them back to you.
I take all 3, nod to him, and tuck
Normally,
them
we
away
don't
safe.
say you have a time limit, but it's best to try to get it done within a month.
Naturally. We'll get some equipment and head out.
Good luck. Don't die. He's a very apathetic Kindred.
Alrighty.
Bye!
Shall we end it there for this evening?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
Demo can go sleep.
Yeah.
Go fucking sleep, you dumbass.
No.
And I'll start
Yes.
cutting recordings and stuff.
Which one of you made the Goblin Slayer abridged fucking reference?
It was me. Now quiet.